the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to LG Ultragear presents the Esports Club Gauntlet Season 3 powered by Crucial, along with our apparel partner 656, our accessories partner Cosmic Byte, as well as our esports partner Aimlab. My name is Floki. Joining me for this one's going to be Universe. Make sure you scan the QR code down there and get yourself a Red Bull so you can enjoy the match a little bit more. But hey, Universe, long time no see. How are you doing, buddy?
Yeah, it indeed has been a long time since you and I casted together, and I'm glad that we're back on a match that is honestly a little, I want to say competitive wise in the form of an underdog versus a giant. FSE Sports versus Enigma is going to be the match today for us, and this is going to be a little bit of a interesting one just because FSE Sports honestly have had a revelation of a form this season. They've been on a roll. They've given a lot of teams a run for their money, and they're among the top. I think they're in the top 2 or top 3 in the table. And Enigma, this is going to be their start to the season after a while. They've not played in a bit, and they are going to finish off their season. And this is going to be an interesting one for sure.
Absolutely. I think Enigma has been showing a very good form of late. They've been looking like a completely different team since the last time we saw them. But without any further ado, let's jump into the MVP standings powered by Crucial. See if any Enigma members are actually there on board, the team that we've been hyping up for quite some time. And looks like that isn't the case. But it is going to be Deathmaker, followed by Paradox, Psy, and Shooter. Players from Velocity, True Rippers, EXO, and Exploit, respectively. And Deathmaker, it seems that even though he is kind of signed off for the time being, he has gone on a little vacation, he's still held on to that top spot, hasn't he? With a really good ACS of 305 and 8 MVP, awards to him for each match that he's played. And that is absolutely insane, don't you think so?
Yeah, indeed it is. I think Deathmaker is an absolutely brilliant player. We all know it. There's nothing, there's no two ways about it. But, all of these, I think below these, I think there are a couple of players from Enigma. I think there should be Rafael. Last season, he had the highest number of kills on the server and he was an absolute beast for Enigma. I think he's around the 6th or 5th place, somewhere there, I'm pretty sure. And with winning this match, maybe putting himself up a couple of more frags, maybe a 20 bomb or a 25 bomb could get him on top. But it depends on how many maps we play as well, because
Yep.
these players, if Sai is done with his games, I don't know if he's going to be overtaken by the others, but there's still a lot of things to be done by Enigma to get into this this tournament, because as we go to the group stages, you'll see what I'm talking about. They have only 2 wins so far. They've got 1 loss, and the thing about their journey so far, sorry, forgive me, 3 wins and 1 loss. The thing about their journey is they still have 3 more matches to be played. On the other group, though, pretty much everything's done and dusted. Over there in Group B, every team's almost finished up their matches. Only 1 match left, I think, for every team. Whereas here, we've got a couple of teams yet to play three or 2 matches still. Enigma and Salt both have completed the same number of matches, same number of points, same number of wins. You can see above them, we've got FSE Sports, who are on 4-2-9 right now, and they're clear. And even if Enigma win today, if FSE Sports are not going to be giving up their plays, they're going to stick tight onto number 2.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, FSE Sports, this is going to be their last game for them, so this is the last chance that they have to sort of secure their standing over here in this group, which is not looking that bad, to be honest. But you
I
have to
think they'll
remember that.
qualify.
Yeah, they most certainly should, in all honesty. I think Weird Esports probably is going to get knocked down a peg if Enigma does end up taking the win. Salt Esports also the only other team in the group who has 3 matches remaining still. So let's see how this is going to affect the rest of this group. But for now, we're going to jump into the team intro for the side of FSE Sports. Let's see what they're made of. Let's see what players they can pose off and put some names to the faces that we're used to seeing. It's going to be B2, Cactus, Coley, Cortez, followed by Dominic. A roster and some names that we have seen for quite some time. And I have to say, the fact that they've made it into the top 4 is somewhat surprising, because I don't think I particularly remember any of these names from other competitive shooters. I mean, I'm quite sure you know what I'm talking about, but one thing is for sure, it's that all of these players, I mean, all 5 of them, they definitely have a lot of fragging power. It's really the teamwork that they need to put a pin on, and it's not the mechanical skill that the issue is for the side of FS.
Yeah, that is true. I think that this is a team that in the first season that we saw, they were Fangs. Then they came back as FSE Sports. Last season wasn't really much of a great one for them either. They somehow survived and they made it through in the 5th or 6th place position, where they kept themselves safe for this season. But as soon as they started off this one, somehow, somewhere, this team kind of rose up like what I remember to be True Rippers. True Rippers in their first season were a little bit, taking it a little easy. Last season, they went straight up, into the upper echelon. And FS has had a same form of, upper stints. And let's have a look at the player spotlight for who it's going to be shining on today for the side of FSE Sports, powered by Crucial. As I should believe, okay, it's Edshot. I'm not quite sure if he's going to be playing today, because he hasn't really played as many games as we would have wanted it to, but he still is a good part of the team, I believe, as that supportive 6 substitute who can always be counted upon.
Yeah, this is quite interesting. Seeing a substitute player on the player spotlight, definitely not something you've seen as much of before, but Edshot occupying the spot basically tells us that even despite not being on the main roster, he's still a force to be reckoned with, and he can pull his weight and then some. A Killjoy player with an ACS of 233 means it's pretty much close to 1 frag per round, and that's actually not that bad, considering that he is someone who is mostly expected to do really well on defense and on offense. His job is more supportive in nature, and he's not as active as compared to a duelist or an initiator. So pretty good stats for Edshot, I must say. But is he going to be performing today? Is he going to be the one even playing today? I think that's the big question mark, and we'll find out when we go to the agent selection screen. But for now, We're actually going to jump into the introduction for Team Enigma soon enough. But before we do that, let's talk about Team Enigma and the run they've had so far, right? So only 4 matches played.
Mm-hmm.
Have lost one. I believe this is going to be their 5th match, and they're still doing well. They're in the top 6 already. They have 6 points to their name. The loss they had was a bit of a 2-0, but every single one of these players over here, Hika, RVK, Raw Fuel, Antidote, Rexy. I mean, who hasn't heard of these names if you've been watching for Valorant or even other competitive shooters for a long time? You recognize who all of these guys are. And I must say, Enigma is looking really, really stacked as a roster. Hika is always reliable. Raw Fuel can pop off. Rexy is also always reliable. Antidote is also seeming to find his groove on that Astra and has been fragging out of his mind of late. So every single one of these players really star-studded, really high in terms of mechanical skill. It's a young team that can turn heads if they end up finding their groove. But the question is, are they going to live up to expectations? Because I think we've seen these names before and we were let down a little bit in the previous season. But maybe, just maybe, this could be the season where an Enigma can start taking down the behemoths like Velocity and Global Esports and truly start showing that there's a new dog in town and there's new territory to be had, and Enigma's probably going to be the one owning it.
Yeah, that is true. They had a little bit of a overhaul of their roster with
Mm-hmm.
with Raw Fuel. He did come in a little bit earlier than the remaining three of Rexy, Antidote, and the entire roster sort of did take a little bit time to settle into what it is doing right now, because we know that Antidote doesn't really do that controller role before. We know he took his time. First he was a duelist, then he
Mm-hmm.
came down to the sentinel role, and then he started playing the support, and now he plays the controller for his team. So that's a lot of different roles that he has become versatile with. And let's have a look at the player spotlight powered by Crucial before we continue further talking about him, because he's the one who's here. Of course he is. It is going to be him. Honestly, that, like I was saying, Antidote has been a real influence for this team. I think his aim in between, he kind of lost his mojo for a bit for a couple of weeks or months. He wasn't really playing his best game, but he came back strong, and he's now taken over this role of playing the controller. And he's so good as the Astra. He controls his team both defensively and offensively, and he does a great job of not just having to lead lead the team, but also play individually on his skills. His aim is just as good now, and Enigma are really coming to what they are meant to be with this roster of star-studded players.
Absolutely. I mean, Antidote is still the same player that he was 2, 3 years ago, right? On top of that, now he's also a great support player because he's obviously playing the controller, and more often than not, he's the one manning that Astra. So definitely a player who can be counted on to not only clutch and kill, but also provide utility at the right time, and perhaps even lead the team with the wealth of experience that he's had, having played so many matches. And I think one of the biggest upsides that Antidote is going to bring to the team is the international experience that he's had over the course of his career. So definitely could be helping his team out by reaching new heights. Hika, RVK, some of these players, they haven't really been at that international level just yet, but Antidote has. He played regionally for quite a while in other competitive shooters. So yeah, this should be a pretty fun one. Let's see what Antidote can pull off this time. And yeah, with that, I think we should be jumping straight into the map veto. Let's have a look at what maps are going to be playing today. What are going to be played today? I believe it's a pretty straightforward one. There is no fracture, there is no breeze. It's just going to be good old Ascent, followed by Split and Icebox, of course. Ascent going to be the pick of FSE Sports. Split's going to be picked up by Enigma, and the decider is going to be Icebox. What are your thoughts on this map, Vito, so far? How do you think it favors Universe?
I think that this is, FSE Sports, I kind of expected, them to go for Ascent. Enigma, on the other hand, I thought they were going to go for Haven, but I think it got banned, and they're going to be A-okay with Split as well. Icebox is another map that's going to be in their favor, I believe. So FSE Sports, if they want to somehow, take this into their own court, they're going to have to win Ascent. Ascent is going to be difficult for them. Enigma are good on all three of these maps. And the only place that FSE Sports, I think, can give a 50-50 fight is going to be Ascent. Split, I'm not quite sure. I have watched FSE Sports play on it, but just, maybe 2 matches or 3 at the very most. And Enigma, they have been pretty good on Split themselves. Icebox is a whole different story. I don't know if we're going to see it, But the only way we're going to see it if is FSE Sports pick up Ascent. That's the only way we're going to see it, because otherwise Enigma are probably going to take this 2-0.
Yeah. And Ascent is also a pretty strong map for Enigma. You know, we've seen them play this map before. They look pretty darn good on it. The only question is, does FSE Sports actually have the strats for this map? Because Ascent is a map that you've seen a lot of creativity on, you've seen a lot of different approaches, but at the end of the day, it does come down to proper utility usage. And if you don't pick up something like this guy, if you don't pick yourself up a double controller setup, if you're going double duelist, then Ascent can be a pretty hard map to find openings on, because as much as it's a very old map and something that's been played for quite a while, it is one of those maps where without the right agent composition, you can just never get any ground on this map.
Yeah,
I mean,
that is true.
we used to seeing a lot of Killjoy on this map. I believe that's going to be a pickup. I think Astra is also going to be something we're going to see. The question it really comes down to is, do we see double initiators or double controllers, right? Because sometimes we see people pick up two controllers. Occasionally, I think I've seen a Viper on this map once. I'm not too sure how that's supposed to work, but yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of different variations, and I think the one we should be keeping an eye out for from the side of FSE Sports really is that double initiator one. I think they got probably going to pick themselves up a Sky and a Sova. You know, it sort of covers all grounds, right? You can scout out a site, you can set up for the entrance using flashes, and the Jet, instead of being a sacrificial lamb, becomes more enabled and has more authority on the site when she dashes in and tries to get a pick and tries to get the party started. So I think that's going to be a big plus for the side of FSE Sports if they do go for double initiators. But against the side of Enigma, they've got some pretty good defensive players. I mean, Antidote is a sick controller, as we all know. RVK is a beast on that Sentinel, and it can be really hard to breach a side when two of them are playing together.
Yeah, that is true. I think the double initiator is probably going to come from both sides, or if at all anything, I think there's probably going to be a double duelist on the side of FS. They are
Oh,
known
okay.
to go for it. They usually take that Reyna and Jet combo over here on this map. I have seen them do it before multiple times. On the other side, Enigma, they're going to stick to that single duelist. Raphael, well, he's more than enough for them because he is I want to say an animal, a wild beast let loose with no leash. And that's exactly how they want him to be. He's aggressive. He's not afraid. He takes duel one-on-one, and he most of the times wins it. And that's exactly what Enigma need, because the rest of them can support him. I know Hika to take that Sky. We know Rexy to take that Sova. We know Antidote to take that, Astra. We pretty much know their composition by heart at this point. And the only thing that we're going to have and try to see is whether or not FS are going to be going for the double initiator, or is it going to be double duelist?
Yeah.
Or are they going to just throw things in the mix and maybe, get a Sage there? Because Sage was once upon a time in this meta. And I remember Antidote himself playing it when he was playing in the early days of Enigma. He used to pick up that Sage, especially for that A short wall, which I remember constantly used to come in, just because I remember, this was a thing that I saw in a long ago stream. As we go to the agent selection, I'll talk about it, is that, Boaster from Fnatic used to talk about this, and I saw this one of Antidote stream that he picked up quite a number of things from him to how to play the Sage on Ascent. But I think we're going to see it. And the most of what we calculated should come through. Hika with the Sky, as I suspected. Rexy with the Sova, as we would know. Antidote with the Astro. RVK is probably going to go for that Killjoy or that Cypher, whatever he's comfortable with. And it's probably going to be the exact same on the other side.
Yeah, RVK could just probably pick up the Killjoy for himself if they do feel like they want some of that more defensive firepower. Because Killjoy is really good at locking down sites with the Nanoswarm and the turret and whatnot. So RVK, if he's feeling like he doesn't really need to contribute much to the team, he can pick up that Killjoy. Otherwise, he could go for the Cypher, which does fill in the role of a pseudo duelist on offensive, right? Because you are more often than not going to be the one looking for holes in the enemy team, sort of lurking around the map and finding that pick. And you can see even RVK is thinking about it. He's not sure if he wants the Killjoy or if he wants the Cypher. So we'll see if Enigma pick up the Cypher for themselves. It does, if they pick up the Killjoy, the defense is very, very strong. With the Grab Heal and Nanoswarm, of course, a combination that can shred through almost everyone. But the question is he actually going to pick it up? Because that Killjoy can be hard to find value on offense, especially on a map like Ascent.
Yeah, I mean that is true, but you know you cannot forget that the remaining characters are there for the offensive play up, and not to forget Killjoy. Whenever the ultimate's available, the attack becomes just as potent because it clears
Yeah.
out the entire site. And now we just saw B2 was flirting around with another initiator, but he picked up the Reyna in the end. So it is a double duelist. Like I said, they are probably going to go for the Jet and Reyna combination, and B2 on that Reyna is a well, I want to say he is also one of the untamed beasts on this server. I've seen him pull out, games completely on his own where he's up on 22 kills on his own while the next person on the server is up on 7, kills. And that's exactly how the range goes, their bandwidth. Let's move into the game as we find out whether or not it's going to be B2's game, whether it's going to be Cactus who's going to be bringing out the best of himself, or is it going to be Raw Fuel with the duelist power?
Absolutely. I mean, this one should be fun. Both teams having slightly different philosophies on how to approach this. One going for the double duelist, the other going for the single duelist in the Jet and picking up a double initiator instead. Having double initiators makes your fights a lot easier, courtesy of all the information and all the utility that you have. Plus, you also have the fact that you can basically get some more map control. But what double duelists allow you to do is basically set up on multiple fronts, right? You can take fights in different parts of the map, and you don't really have to play as a unit. You can just use the buddy system. You can play as threes and as twos, and more often than not for newer teams, I think that's what they really end up finding success with, because it's very similar to how you would approach a regular game as well, right? It's not just competitively. So feels familiar. Easy to execute. Cortez dash gonna be forced off right off the bat.
Here.
It's the shock dart coming in from Rexy.
That was a really good shock dart. Came in pretty late. I don't even think he expected it until the last second it hit. And a B hit looking unwavering for this side of FS as B2 and both Cactus are ready for this. Now Recon gonna give a little bit of value. 2 players have been spotted out and both of Enigma's players are not on site. They are towards defender side spawn. One of whom has been spotted, and that's Rexy. He's got a shock dart at the ready. He's waiting for somebody to maybe just pop out a eyelash from that smoke. But as he holds it on, FS are rotating towards mid.
Okay, FS, they can throw the recon dart towards mid instead now, having acquired that information. They're trying to make them move towards garden where Killjoy is waiting for them. RVK holding the line for the time being. He's got the classic in hand and he's holding quite close to stairs. That part will probably be smoked off. The raw fuel gonna be the first point of contact. Gets spotted out. Nanosol to delay them. He gets a lot of information. 3 players spotted. Gonna pull the door down and raw fuel. How much work can he do to it? Not much. Cody's actually gonna put a bullet straight in his head. And REK, good for 1. Gets the spike carrier. Hiccup on the side is gonna be a point. Cody and Antidote tries to take the Cortez. Hiccup finds another. Antidote cleans up. Quick execution coming in from Enigma. His 3 players survive. And they win the pistol.
That was an interesting round, to be honest. FS, I thought they got control as soon as they went towards A short. They got that first kill, and I thought, okay, you know what? This is probably going to be it. Enigma lost 1, they lost 2. And then suddenly Hika finds 1. He's towards Generator. Antidote comes on the backstab from short, and he finds another 2. And FS players completely surrounded by every single angle. And that's going to be it, as Enigma pull out number 1. And they're looking for number 2, which should be pretty easy given the circumstances of the weaponry. Rexy, yet again with that recon, gonna find some value. Cortez, he will be forced to go away.
Yeah. Have to reveal this one person. That could have been deadly for RVK. Somehow survives that. Makes it back to safety. Off gonna be acquired as well. RVK didn't want to give that up, but now they're stuck in the corner. At least Cactus is. And Kohli is trying to jiggle, but look who's here. It's Antidote, and Kohli lights them up somehow. Takes out RVK and Antidote. That is 2 Spectres picked up for the team. And Rexy doesn't have an automatic weapon. He's going to have to back off and let them have the site here.
Yeah, he's going back, and oh no, Cactus. That is a bad choice, my friend. That is not at all. You know that he was towards heaven. You need to keep an eye out for there, but a little caught off guard. And that's going to be the end of your life in this round. B2 sees where Hika is, and they probably know that he's the only one here on site, but he has a Spectre to defend himself and this site with. Off fuel. That's out B2. He needs to get this kill. We'll do it pretty easily. Sprays him down. One more player here, 2 actually, but Ika's taking care of 1. And that's probably going to be FS, going to be dropping down. But Dominic, as soon as I say that, he finds one himself, 2 versus 2. They've done more than enough damage, but the time is of the essence here. And Rawfield's already onto the A side. All he needs to do is stop the planner. And that's going to be the end of his job in this round. Dashes in, finds the first. No, the plan goes down. And Hika's left in a 1v2.
Oh, Coley jiggles. Hika revealed. He's gonna take this one slow. Doesn't have a lot of utility to rope. Tries to go for the generator jump. Doesn't make it, but he's still surviving. No, Dominic is gonna get him. FS, they answer back in how and take the round straight up. All thanks to Coley and the frenzy lineup rather. My goodness, 2 big whiffs from Enigma, and all of a sudden FSE Sports, they turned the economy on its head. And now it's gonna be bonus for them. 4 rifles picked up, so probably not as good of a bonus as they like, but Dominic's got the Spectre, so yeah, this I think this just went from bad to worse for the side of Enigma. I mean, good to worse actually. It was going great. They won the pistol, they won it convincingly. All of a sudden they lose the second round, and only doesn't buy shields. Interesting. Cortez spots one out, dashes away back to safety, and beats them with a trade. Oh, and look at Cactus. What a sick play coming in from him. Rexy spots one out, takes him out, but the classic still has him. And B2 will clean him up. A 3v2 now in favor of FSE Sports. And they've got the site control. RVK, it's his turn to land some crisp 1 taps.
Spike planted.
That's all the hope they can have of coming back in this game.
The first, oh, he spotted him, but he gets the kill. What?
What the RVK, those flicks?
Oh my god, you can never count out Enigma when RVK's around with those sheriff shots. And now it's a 1v1. Antidote, he's crawled into the side. Coley has hurt him, but Antidote's gonna play this a little bit slow.
He's got all the time in the world to work with. Oh, but Coley's gonna clutch this one out. Well, still a good eco for the side of Enigma. Take out
Indeed.
And their economy is kind of broken. They're gonna have to go for light shields on 3 of their players. Or rather only 2. It seems that B2 is the only one going for those light shields. Cortez will be dropped over a weapon, and Dominic's got 7,500 creds, so yeah, safe to say he's doing fine. Well, not the way Enigma were hoping this first 3 rounds would go after what happened in the first one, but such is life. Must move on and try to find the balance once again. Rawfuel is the weapon of choice. That smoke's gonna cover him. Does not get revealed by the recon dart. Need to peek out of it. Find someone towards tiles, but no one really pushing the issue here. Oh, he could find one, but no, Rawfuel gets punished real quick. And there you go, there's the ultimate coming in from Cody. He gets RV. Cortez finds Antidote. All of a sudden, Enigma's defense comes crumbling down, leaving only Hika and Rexy for the defense. And Cactus, he knows Rexy's gonna try to beat him with, gets him with the operator, leaving only Hika. The 1v5 finds the first one, but with 80 HP, this is a very, very tall order. Flash goes out.
To be honest, this is almost no order for him because there's nothing to climb. 4 versus 1. He blinded, unfortunately, himself along with the opponent. And that was going to be it. 3-1. And FS, after the back of that, Ikaranda, they pulled out the Thrifty. They've put up 2 more. And this, honestly, Enigma should have come out on top in this buy round. But the way FS handled themselves, the way they got those 1v1 duels, and not to forget the ultimate that helped Coley to find a 3rd, put them in a really good spot. And now it looks like they're probably going to put up their 4th. And Ascent early on is looking good for them.
Scanning ahead.
Yeah. Recon that instantly destroyed by Rexy, but not sure how valuable that information is, considering that they don't really have a lot of money. Coley takes the outro nice and high. RVK actually doesn't even spot it out there. Gets tagged up by it. And now they know where at least 2 players on the side of Enigma are. That is a shock dart. Wow, Hika. Lot of health being taken away there. Down 42 points of life in Cortez. Holding the angle with the operator. Wants to try and find Rexy, but Rexy, it's a little bit shy. The Rawfield spots one out, makes noise, now he has to back off. Can't continue staying there in FS. They're here to find. They want Rawfield's head and they'll find him. Cactus claims it for himself. Elsewhere, Antidote has also been dropped down low somehow. He's alive and well. And FS, they're gonna make the move towards B main. Not a lot. Enigma have to stop this, and most certainly, they could do some work here actually if he went on spot,
left.
but they check him and clean him up, and it's gonna be a free Byte blunt. REK, how much damage you can do? Not that much. Antidote can't do all that much either. FS, but at least B2, he just cleans all of them up.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. B2, if he's unleashed to the best of his abilities, it is going to be a problem for Enigma. And to counter that problem, there is a timeout coming in. And at the right time, it's good if it's early on. It's good if they try to, you know, assess what exactly FS are doing and how they can counter it. Because FS are playing this sort of hold, but also aggressively holding kind of play. They know when to push in. They don't take too long. And their aggressive pushes are so well executed and timed. Enigma are not really able to find a groove to, you know, counter them. Especially in the one round that was before this eco, the buy round, Raw Fuel got caught off guard. Even that's the thing. Like, you know, sometimes, most of the times actually, they leave Raw Fuel alone. And I want to say 60% of the times he wins those duels. But those 40 are right now in play for FS. And they're going to be taking that 40 anytime, any day.
Oh yeah. Enigma, they could have put a halt to FS's momentum with that timeout and get the heads back in the game. Kind of needed to after the disaster that happened in the second round. They are gonna pause for the time being. A few technical issues from the side of FS, and they're gonna quickly fix it up.
Now, Enigma really need to understand what exactly is the game plan of FS. They are not just committing towards one side. They're taking control of B main. They're taking control of A main. They're also competing at mid. And that is something that a lot of teams, well, they do it, but just to show presence. But these guys take control. And that's the best thing about them. And now you can see yet again, Raw Fuel is all alone towards mid. And maybe he wins these duels, maybe he doesn't. He's been spotted out, so he's been pushed back towards B. And that's a little bit of mid area that's got gained control of just with a tag onto Raw Fuel with that owl drone.
Oh yeah, but they're still worried about shot, and you can see Kohli trying to work around that corner. B2 will throw out the Leah. Response, Hika will use the Volt spots out too. Fair amount of information, but still, considering that this is a double duelist lineup, it's gonna be hard for him to predict where the spike is. Cactus gonna clear out Winery as well before dropping that lockdown.
Yeah, but there is a problem with that. He wasted both of his nanoswarms in clearing out one angle. He mistimed the first one, or misplaced it rather. And he's waiting for his team to come back towards A. They're taking a slow approach for this one as the ultimate drops down for the attackers. And there's no counter to it, only that Rawfield's holding down this angle. He's gonna get blinded away, he's gonna get pushed away, and probably gonna get smoked away, but just before he does, milliseconds apart, he finds the kill. Dashes, not gonna be able to translate the second, but he's got the advantage for his team. And they've got 4 ultimates to work with, but B2, he takes out the main man with a big weapon. And with the defensive shock darts coming in, and the defensive ultimate of the Killjoy as well, FS need to be careful here.
Serena, oh no, gonna be detained, has to give up on life there. Rexy's gonna find that one for free. A 4v3 now in favor of Enigma, and they're just gonna go for the defuse. Nothing they can do here. They're gonna go for the 3-man save instead. They've got the operator and they want to take it to the next round. Money, not a problem for FSE Sports.
That was a little bit of a problem. B2 on that side, completely out in the open. At least if he was under heaven, it would have made a little bit more sense. But he was completely exposed, and that is a little bit of a questionable decision. I know he was trying to maybe find one head, dismiss away, but when the Killjoy ultimate's active, what else do you expect? They will wait till the last second until everybody's detained or out of the sight. And that Astros Cosmic Divide sealed the deal. Number 2 for Enigma, as that timeout worked out for them.
This time around, they're gonna make the move to B instead. Just the water's there, but there are already a fair amount of stars that have been dropped towards that area. Cortez willing to finding more kills towards B, but he dashes in and gets punished instantly. Antidote finds the return kill.
Why would he dash in like that?
Must have been a mistake. I don't imagine he intended to do that. Oh, B2 spots out Hika. Drops the Lear. Claims the area for himself.
Still in sight.
Moves the second one over here as well, just to try and move up, but he's still not aware about Winery. That turret gonna spawn up there towards a shot. Ari cannot win the duel. B2 bests him. Gets his entire HP back, leaving Hika all the way alone over here on the site. There is backup coming in, however. Antidote is towards Evidence, and so is Rexy. There you go, Hika. Peeks up, gets the first kill. Antidote finds the second with the operator. Gets a third one as well. Takes out Dominic. Coley gets Hika. And now a 2v1 in favor of Enigma. Antidote completely turns it on its head, leaving Coley to his own devices. He's gonna try and bait out something from the side of Enigma. Fakes the spike plant once. Doesn't find anyone, and Rexy aware of what he's gonna try and do. Shock dart coming in. Gravity well as well.
10 seconds left.
And without the time available on the clock, he needs to stick the plant over here. Can he be successful? No, he can't. He's gonna get one. Can he find the second? No, Rexy hasn't given it to him.
That was a perfectly executed trick from the side of Enigma. All they needed was to waste time, and they wasted time by just sending one man down. They knew that only one of them just had to be alive to let that round come in, because as soon as Antidote jumped down, he knew that Coley's gonna get off that plan and he's gonna try to kill him, and that's gonna be it. That's all that was needed.
Yeah,
big
but
play.
Still not a bad round for FS, because they're still ahead.
Yeah.
And the economy is in their favor. So you look over to Coley, he's got 7,000 creds. Dominic is 4,500. Cortez is 4,900. So money not an issue at all. It is going to be about conserving the momentum that they have, and then continuing on and making sure that they can translate that into a map win. Because if they don't win Ascent, like we talked about earlier, then there's no way on earth they're going to be making it to Icebox. Right? I think they have a better chance of beating out Enigma than on Split, considering that Split was their map pick.
True. 4-3, and now both of these teams have a full buy. Hika does not have armor in this round. Apart from that, everybody else has got everything that they need for Enigma. Cortez holding a passive angle here, expecting somebody to push up, but Antidote, he's just playing with that angle. He's playing tag, touch and tag, waiting for somebody to maybe just peek at it so that he can get information. But nobody's going to. A little bit of another slow approach round from the side of FS. That Lear is probably gonna make Rafael get away, but no! He finds the millisecond gap between him being blinded and him being able to see another person, and he exploits it to the best of his abilities. Reaction timing just too good, and he finds the advantage for his team.
There you go. That's the advantage that they need. All they need to do now is hold on. Recon dot comes in, but it's gonna get quickly cleaned up by Dominic, so not a lot of information there for the server. And Rex, he's gonna continue jiggling around the corner.
Deploying drone.
Let go of the owl drone as well. And see if he can catch someone. Spots out the server.
30 seconds
That's
left.
fully being revealed. Cortez, 30 seconds left on the clock. What is he gonna do? Antidote towards Boathouse, good for one. Gravity well goes in for the second one, but he's gonna get cleaned up. Rexy's there for the trade though, and that's what matters. Spike has been dropped in an awkward position. Jax is all the way towards it. He's gonna get cleaned up by Hika and Cortez. If he can get the spike planted, I think that would be the best case scenario for FS, but is he even gonna get that? Raw fuel. Holding lane and holding stairs in the meantime. Oh, misses. Does not connect the shot on Cortez. Cortez still healthy. Could potentially clutch this out, but they heard him. Ariki knows that he is towards lane and he's gonna clean him up. And there you go, there's the double peek.
Oh, that was gonna be the best of what he could do, Cortez. Maybe another kill would have been great, but Enigma stabilized and they're back towards the level scoreline. 4-4. In a sense, not lost yet. They are on their own upward ascent. And they're not gonna let FS do that journey on their own. And with this, FS will still have a buy, by the way. They have a good enough economy. How? That's still... I mean... It's just that they lost 3 in a row. right?
Yeah, but they won a round that they weren't supposed to. They won an eco,
Placing
so
sentry.
Fair.
and then they proceeded to win 3 more. So their economy is not taking a hit. They used they purchased weapons smartly as well. I don't think they went overboard at any point in time. So they still got enough fuel left in the tank for another buy, and this has to be frustrating if you're Enigma. I mean, when are you gonna get the respite of an eco run? Kohli gonna let go of that solar ult. Oh, Rexy somehow managed to find Cactus and connects on Kohli.
Last player standing.
And Hika's gonna find Kohli in the meantime.
What a round.
Ah, very
Cortez.
quick. Cortez all by himself, and the shot dart from Rexy's on point. He knows.
He most certainly knows. Look at that, 38 HP, 1 bullet, Rexy. What awareness from that man. He knew that he's towards that left side. And perfectly placed shock darts along with bullets are gonna mean the death of his opponent. And Enigma find the lead after the pistol round shenanigans.
Great work here from the side of Enigma, managing to find all those picks, and great counter out as well coming in from Rexy. I think that was blind. He didn't really know where Kohli was. He just went for it, ended up finding Cactus instead, but still a lot of damage done, and they prevent them from entering the B site, but they still have another buy. I mean, they're at max loss bonus now, so I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of this. B2 unfortunately didn't really buy any armor. Cortez gets... Well, he doesn't get revealed, and he's actually going to go forward and find Rexy. 2 quick kills going their way. Cactus speaks out towards mid. Good for 1, good for 2. Is going to take out RVK as well. And Hika there for the cleanup, but even the 1v3. This is too much to ask for him.
He's circling back towards defender side spawn where Cortez is waiting for him. The Garagable is going to make him a little vulnerable, but that blind is beautiful. 1v2, Hika, he's pulled off clutches like these before, and he's got a little time. It's about 30 seconds, maybe 25, and it's ticking down. The flash to clear out a little bit of an angle. He knows there's one behind him, but he takes care of the one in front of him. The crossfire just a little too good for him to quickly turn around and get that 180. It's not going to happen, and 5-5 we go, back and forth.
And hey, guess what? FS, they've got another buy again. They have gone 9 rounds with buys since the pistol. Because if you consider the frenzy buys, and it was actually a buy in the second round, so just think about that for a second. A half of 12 rounds, and 9 of those are buys to the side of FS. I mean, this is insane. But once again, not really being reflected on the scoreboard, right? Still 5-5, and if they can win this round, they can actually damage Enigma's economy quite a bit. Make sure that they don't have enough money to buy rifles on everyone in the next round, but for the time being, Lockdown's gonna be utilized here from the Killjoy. Try and clear out the entirety of B. Enigma still holding, or at least raw fuel is. Rexy finds Kohli with the help of those short darts. Antidote trying to find the kill towards the jet, but Byte was gonna clean him up. And RVK still held back towards defender spawn. Rexy's gonna find another as he cleans up Cortez. Elsewhere, Cactus on the flank will take out Hika. The turret helps him out, and look at that, Donut's blocking the Seekers from coming in. Turret comes in from RVK as a Hail Mary play, but doesn't really spot anyone out. Guess what?
Seekers
Still towards B main. They don't know his positioning. He can pounce at any time he wants.
Oh.
RVK, good for 1. And when is Cactus gonna make his move? Well, he's not gonna get to, because Rafi was gonna mark his position. B2 all by himself, no Empress available. Out of dismissal. No, he still has one, and he's gonna go back to the side.
Are you
Stay
kidding me?
Rafi.
No way.
Got a 1v1. B2, and he's what about
Wow.
yes? He clutches this round out for the side of FS, and Enigma, their economy
Last
is
round
broken
before the switch.
again. So frustrating if you're Enigma. You've won so many rounds on the back of hard-earned, like really hard-earned rounds from them, but still, to no avail. They haven't gotten the advantage in this half, and at best they can do a 6-6. I mean, they've got money to buy a couple of rifles on them, probably some utility too, but still, not the best spot either for them.
Yep. That was a little bit scuffed, and B2 pulled it out for his team. Honestly, I did not think that Enigma were going to win that round, but in the end, it almost looked like it. But that 1v3 clutch comes in, and it was absolutely amazing how B2 executed every single member. The dismiss was used at the right time. And that puts now the side of FS in the upper hand. They've got a little bit of a scrappy buy, Enigma.
Here.
And raw fuel is towards short, and he's holding a Spectre. He also has his knives, which I'm not quite sure if he's... Oh, no, he's not popped it out yet. That shock dart is gonna take a little bit of Killjoy utility out, as here goes the ultimate. They're gonna not take any chances here. Enigma want to send them away from the A side, and that's exactly what's happening. Dominic is towards mid though, and Antidote's holding down towards an angle. Coley finds raw fuel coming in from short, trying to push in, maybe find a backstab angle. Not gonna be the case. Rexy, his shock dart's not gonna touch anybody.
Standing ahead.
Neither is his
30 seconds
recon.
left.
Here we go. FS have got a good advantage of men and weapons, but are they going to be pulled this around in the last 20 seconds? Antidote finds one. He's got Rexy to his support. RVK with another. And Enigma have completely torn apart this side of FS. Dominic is coming in from the defender side spawn. He will take it for RVK. But Antidote is singing the songs of death, and he's going to give 4 of them the same ending.
Switching
My
sides.
God. Enigma, what a labored half it has been for them. Ever since the start, they've been struggling and swimming against the tide time and time again, losing a round that they were not supposed to and paying the price, and boy did they pay. FS, unfortunately, they couldn't do a lot more with the advantage that they acquired early on, but they do make it 6-6, and now we're gonna see how strong their defense is. And Enigma's lineup's pretty good, actually, if you look at it. They've got the Sky, they've got the Sova, and the Sova can be enabled too by the Sky to go and peek and basically be a bit more active on the map. We'll see though if Rexy decides to take up that mantle or if he's going to leave it up to someone else. 4 players huddled up outside B with the spike being there. Gonna get some map control, and RVK started. Who will find it? Now. 2 people towards shot from the side of FS. No one gets spotted though, and they're thinking about pushing the smoke here. Raw fuel will be successful. B2 gets one, quickly dismisses away. He finds raw fuel, and oh my god, Hika's so low, he's gonna get cleaned up by Cactus, and so is Rexy because he ate the headshot in the line. RVK looking to find Cactus, but can't really get him. And with 5 members still alive, where do Enigma go? FS. They really put Enigma in a tough spot. They're trying to make their way towards A main instead, where there doesn't seem to be as much presence, so maybe they have a chance here, but RVK, he's going to be very meticulous about this, so time probably is not going to be on their side. Can't really decide to go B
30
just
seconds
yet.
left.
Do the due diligence first. RVK gonna drop his turret. That's the entry. That's the entry fragger right there, the turret.
Indeed it is, but Dominic,
Player standing.
he's gonna take care of one.
Spike
Cortez
down
adds
A.
another, and Rexy
10 seconds
with
left.
11 HP. Oh, the right click is not really that effective anymore, my friend. That's gonna be another beautiful pistol round. This time, though, in the hands of FS. Now, if you have to think about what exactly the side of FS did in that round, they completely cut off the one thing that Enigma really thrive upon, and that's map control. They had nowhere to go. They tried to go mid, denied. They tried to go B, denied. They lost 2 of their players, and you could see they were just lingering towards top mid, and that was literally and mid, not towards the defender side, but just towards their side, and that is all they had to work with.
And to be honest, credit where credit's due. I mean, if you look at the way FS played that, they were very, very patient towards A shot. They weren't peeking early on. Have to hold on to that thought there, because Enigma. Oh, Coley, that is juicy. Fine draw fuel with the shotgun. Cactus cleans up towards
Spike
B main.
down, B.
Beach is going to chime in as well, leaving only good old Rexy with the shotty. The 2-pump jump gets the first kill, but that's all it's good for. And that's it. FS cleaned that round, and as I was saying, I mean, they showed a lot of patience towards that A-shot position, you know, not really peeking out too early on, not really giving them a lot of information. Instead, B2 was given an inch, he took a mile, he used the fact that they didn't really peek out tiles early on to get himself closer towards the boxes there and get into a better angle. And as Rafiel was checking mid, B2's timing was perfect. He got a kill and he slithered back to safety with Jet. So they both survived, and the round just became a lot harder for the side of Enigma. That one single pick. B2 very aggressive towards mid. Actually thinking of pushing top mid himself. The recon dart needs to be broken. No, he doesn't get spotted out. And guess what? He's his head. Cleans him up. And Enigma once again a man down. It isn't even 20 seconds in the round and they've already lost one.
This is a difficult one for Enigma. They're being pushed really, really hard. And that is something that they're not comfortable with. Being pressure put on them. And somehow Rafiel relieves a little bit of it. But Cactus adds it right back. He finds another 3 versus 3. Rafiel did a little bit of work.
Oh, but this could be big. Cactus. Oh, he's not going to go towards A main instead. If he actually contested REK, that the spike could not make its way towards A main, but he's instead going to provide his teammates with backup because he knows they have site control. Okay, gonna do due diligence and leave the alarm bot. Let go about the flank.
30 seconds left.
Still holding on in the meantime.
Cortez on to heaven. He knows one's under, but that was just to trigger that alarm. The nano swarm. Now, what are you gonna do, FS? The opponents have 3 really good weapons. You have 2. One of them needs to find the success that they would want. They know one's probably under heaven, one's towards main, and the main guy has been damaged a little. Coley jumps aside. RVK finds one. Coley to get in the trade? No, not gonna happen. RVK with 2, and Antidote adds on with him as Enigma. Well, they struggled a bit, but they pulled back that round to their favor. That is a little bit of a recovery that they needed, that they should have done early on, because allowing B2 to crawl in like that towards high mid was such a mistake.
Absolutely. I mean, B2 getting that aggressive pick early on Drexy just completely changed the flow of the battle, but then they pulled it right back in Enigma.
Blocking sight.
I mean, really good for morale too. Oh, Cortez gets hit by the shock dart. Unfortunately, did not get vulnerable by the gravity well, so he does survive. He's got enough left in him for another fight. REK, to look at his position. Crawled in towards mid. And knows there could be someone towards Pizza. Is not going to push the issue. Quite aware of the alarm bot positioning, being a killjoy player himself, so he's going to wait and watch Hika in the meantime. Trying to control B main, and so far neither of the sides have exchanged any picks. Really good for the side of FSE Sports. They don't have a lot of information, but that's okay. They've got
Oh, that recon actually didn't give out any information. That's probably a bit of a problem for FS, because Enigma are swarmed towards the B side, and they're gonna get one, and that's gonna be easy. Coley, at least the one trade that he gets, he's even put down Rafiel at 10 HP. The Ares has worked, and Cactus, he's gonna give collateral damage through the smoke. 3 versus 4. Enigma somehow find the disadvantage on their side, and around that I think should have been theirs. Antidote somehow says, no, I'm gonna pull it back. The retake in store now. What exactly are FS gonna do? But RVK, oh, this guy. B2 expecting this right now. But how long is he gonna keep staring at that angle?
He's gonna go for it, and RVK tries to punish, but is not gonna be successful. B2 bot down very, very low. But a heal could put him right back up. Rexy finds Cortez with the spam, and now both players on defense very low, but B2 finds a pick. That's gonna give him a lot of HP back. Dominic going forward, trying to make space, trying to get Rexy, and Dominic will clean him up, but there's not enough time. Antidote still fights while figuring B2 in a 1v1. Is there enough time? No, there is not. Antidote will clean him up, probably died to this fight, but that's the round for Enigma. And that's what matters. Money in their favor, losing weapons is no issue, but the round, they get that, and that's what's important. Enigma, that was a very, very close round, but boy, oh
Really
boy.
close. It was all on to RVK, you know. He knew that the one thing that he had to do was either find the kill or waste time. And he gave damage, but in the end, even though he was found, I think he wasted at least 10 seconds there, making the side of FS worry about just him towards market and forget about the players on the side. And in that gap, Rexy even found one spam kill, thanks to his recon. So Enigma did a good job of wasting time, but that was still really close for comfort. Rafield this time, he's a little angry, you can see it, and he wants to go straight up and be in their faces to get these kills. He's dashed in. Cactus still not being spotted out here, by the way. Now he has, and Hika's gonna take care of him. And Enigma have swarmed onto the B side like they're a steamroller.
He gets a free one as well. Spots out Dominic. Just to make sure there's no one else towards mid and Enigma.
One enemy
Up,
remaining.
Antidote finds another, leaving only B2 in a 1v5. The Sheriff on the arena. Can he find one? Yes, finds Rexy's head, heals up. But does he get the weapon? No, he doesn't. An RVK, quick to put him out of his misery. He didn't feel any pain. He just quickly passed away. And for the first time in the entire game, Enigma have the lead. One round up against the side of FSE Sports. FS have a bye, sure, but if they don't win this one out, then it's gonna be another eco for them. And Enigma, I must say, you know, FSE Sports, they've done a very good job of making Enigma sweat, but it seems that Enigma, they're not breaking under the pressure. Able to keep the composure, able to carry on even when things get hard. Like stalwarts.
They have spotted out B2. Enigma's a little careful about approaching this. All 5 of their players are here, by the way. Now they even know that somebody's towards Wines. Thanks to that flash from Hika. And here goes out the Owl drone. It's gonna tag B2, and Cortez has dashed away from Wines to safety. But the players of Enigma, they're gonna be starting the challenge here with that ultimate. And here we go, no counter to it either. As FS need to take this in and need to get away from this A side. But B2, he is still waiting for this. He's gonna get detained. But this time he's going to a little bit of a safe position. No, he's not. Out in the open yet again, caught off guard. Man advantage secured almost easily, but raw fuel, this man is on an absolute rampage.
Planted.
As Enigma sent in one man to do the job, and that's all they needed.
Yeah, little known fact, Raw Fuel's real name, it starts with John and ends with Wick. As he's gonna single-handedly obliterate the side of FSE Sports and force them to call the save. Gonna take an Operator, an Odin, and a Phantom into the next round. And
Here.
hopefully, they're able to make the contact plays necessary to try and pull this one back.
Oh, the save is gonna make a little bit of a problem for them because the hunt is on and Raw Fuel's hungry, but he's gonna get eaten up. Yes, he will. Another one. Yes, it's gonna be the case. 35 HP. RVK takes care of one. Enigma might have lost a couple of weapons, but they're gonna be completely A-okay with that round because they won it and they're taking the lead 10-8. And that's gonna put them in a comfortable spot on the attack. There is still a buy available for the side of FS along with the weapons that they saved. The Odin still active, the Operator is still there, but half armor across 4 players might just be a little bit of an issue.
See. Well, and now seems that FS, they've decided to force buy here. Perhaps not the wisest of decisions. Could come back to haunt them because if they lose this round, then pretty much done for the game.
I've got your trail.
There you go, there's the Seeker. Well, the dash comes through. Can he actually find a pick? The answer's gonna be no. Coley takes out Raw Fuel and Antidote and RV gets quick to clean up, but Cactus gets a return kill. Antidote though will clean him up, and that's the site being opened up. Bike still available, only 2 members on defense. Gonna be the Jet and the Sova, and Coley not looking to give up ground so easily. Has the Odin, will find one. That's RVK out of the picture here. They know where Antidote is, and Antidote in a 1v2, thinking quickly on his feet. Now worried about Cortez as well, but Cortez not pushing the issues, actually gonna back off instead, rotate all the way from A main. Don't think Antidote is gonna be expecting this. Gonna let go of the Cosmic Divide, horizontal way. And gonna go all the way
30
back towards
seconds.
Aiming. Does he know? Yes, he does, but God damn it. My God, did he see that play coming? Did he
Yeah,
know
that was
Antidote was gonna do
amazing.
that?
That was amazing. Beautiful flick. And FS with that round are gonna tell a little bit of a tale that they haven't really lost in this yet. They're gonna fight, and they're gonna fight it till the end. Enigma, well, this should have been a little bit of an, easier game for them. They are in the lead, that is for sure, but FS are making them sweat by every single round that passes. Every time these rounds go down to the last 30-40 seconds because
Placing swarm
so much
grenade.
patience holds and trying to figure out what exactly the opponent is doing. So many strats being countered, so many strats being applied. And again towards mid they go, but this Odin could prove to be in Rawfuel's fatal death, but is it going to be? No, Rawfuel's actually crawled in and Coley has no idea. This is a problem. Rawfuel could cut off the entire map in two here. All he needs is that one kill onto Coley, but he's gonna be patient. He needs to wait. As aggressively beautiful he is as a killer, he needs to be a silent assassin as well.
Swarm grenade out.
Cactus gonna get stuck in by the gravity while the recon dart revealing him, and he has to give up that area. And Rawfuel bounces at the perfect time as he finds B2. Guess what? Coley is still there. And Rawfuel, all he has to do right now is stay alive as long as possible. Cactus will find him in the end, but I think Enigma, they've capitalized. They've made their way towards
30
me from
seconds
market. Cortez, he's not peeking this. Not being too eager. Rexy finds Dominic elsewhere. And that makes it a 4v3 for the side of Enigma. Oh, Coley tried to do something cheeky around his move, but Antidote quickly punishes him. And now, in a 2v4 situation, FS, they don't really have a lot of room to work with. Cortez, sure, the operator can sing and probably get a lot of kills, but no one's going to be peeking him. No one's going to try to fight him at this angle. He can have it. All they care about is making sure that the spike goes off this round.
Yep. They wanted a round win because they know they're close to the finish line here, Enigma. And they don't really care even if they lose out a player. Cortez has found one, Cactus with another. And RBK's managed to escape
Last
away.
player standing.
Rexy's gonna take out Cortez, and that recon is gonna confirm that he's here. Rexy wants to swing wide, probably get this kill onto Cactus, but Cactus holding on a better angle, finds his shoulder first, and that's gonna be the end of that round. Doesn't matter, but that both the Killjoy survive. It's gonna be 11-9.
A great plays coming out here from the side of Enigma to bring this one back. I mean, these guys are marathon runners, I must say. They've been working extremely hard since the very start of this game to try and pull this match a little bit in their favor. Just when it actually does turn in their favor, FS pull it right back. And now, they've got the lead of 2 rounds, and FS, they're on a bit of an eco. Gonna be down to the Jet to try and make this work. Wait, Cactus has actually bought an operator in this one. This is interesting. Eka. Ultimately gonna bounce, but did he spot anyone towards the right? I don't think so. Arike, now that's a lineup. Throwing those nano swarms in, I believe they go towards heaven. So I could be wrong. Rawfuel holding the smoke and not pushing it just yet. The only weapon on the team. Oh wait, no, that's actually an Enigma. They've got all the weapons in the world. It's gonna be Cactus who's actually coming around the corner. Killed him by the second one. The Rawfuel quickly cleans him up. And they say, thank you very much, that operator now belongs to me. Cortez.
He saw the hand.
He saw the hand, but Cortez did not see Rawfuel. Suspects that he's probably going to be holding this, so Ada's going to play it like he would be doing that, but now Killjoy and the Sky towards A lobby, staring at each other. Thinking about going back towards mid or B instead. 30 seconds still remaining in the round.
30 seconds left.
Coley and B2 are waiting for them on B. Very, very passively. Don't really have a lot of weapons between them, so it's going to be down to Coley to try and pull this one in their favor with the Ares. With 12 seconds remaining on clock, all they really need to do is find one
10
pick. That
seconds left.
Cosmic Divide is actually going to favor the side of Enigma. Wait, they go in for the plant. Rexy, he's been stopped, but he's going to get the plant in. Does he have enough time? Can he do peeking? He's going to be successful. The round goes to FS.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
Oh,
Enigma found the kills.
Oh,
Enigma found the kills.
Oh my god,
Match
Rob
point.
there. He found the kill towards the very end, didn't he?
Yes,
Oh
it
my
was
God,
literally a
that was
second away.
insane.
RVK came in from the backstab and he found the one guy who had to just live, but he had no idea. And that was literally seconds apart, milliseconds almost, that could have been the side of FS's round. He did a great job of, getting the kill onto the planner. But Raw Fuel was around the corner and RVK just in time. Both of them saved the round and match point comes up.
Swarm grenade out.
Oh yeah, and there you go. There's the Owl Zones revealing the Killjoy turret.
Ah, turret down.
It's useful of information, but they do spot out RVK. Hiccup just went undetected, so Cactus. Oh no, he could be getting baited in over here. He's trying to find RVK. He spots out Hiccup and cleans him up. Looking towards RVK. Can he find the cleanup there? No. RVK a bit too quick. Just takes some damage for it though. And B2 with that Leah spots out two players. Gonna pop the Empress. And now Raw Fuel trying to work his way towards Gardens instead. Been walking the entire time, but B2 knows. Gets the kill. Still has the Empress. Doesn't really get any more information though.
Yeah, Cortez in the smoke. Oh, always a bad idea pushing a smoke, RVK. Always a bad idea. Antidote, he needs to be the hero of his team now. He finishes this right now. He's gonna have a good amount of time to work with to go into the second map. 3 versus 2. An ultimate available for the post-plant situation that Rexy has on his hands. RVK, Antidote needs to find that kill. At least the one. And they even have a recon and a drone to work with, by the way. Antidote's actually found Dominic. And Rexy, he finds the head of Cortez. This has turned on its head yet again as Enigma look for the victory on Ascent. And it's just one headshot away.
Oh, Coley, he's playing this one slow, but does he even have the time to do so? Oh no, he's made noise. They should know now. Yep, Rexy quickly turns around, and that should be the final nail in the coffin. Coley, all he needs to do is take this fight, but he won't be successful. Enigma, a very labored game, a game that they probably had to work harder for than they've had to, and they were facing the side of Velocity or Global Esports, but man, are they able to pull this one back. And how? I mean, they had a big lead. I think every single round on offense, FS was able to buy, except towards the very end. So, go figure. Enigma just managed to fend off a team that bought almost, I think, 13 or 14 rounds out of 21. That is insane.
Yeah, that is true. There was a lot of rounds over there that, we could have seen that the side of Enigma could have almost given it up, including, one of the penultimate round right there where, it went down to minimal seconds. Let's have a look at it in the match highlights as it comes up in front of our screens. This was a long and a turbulent match that could have gone either way, but Enigma somehow are not going to be the ones putting their face into a sick bag. It is going to be FSE Sports.
And this was their map too, FSE Sports. They're the ones who picked this up, so the next map probably be harder for them to pull off. Although, I have to say, I have seen teams lose the map pick that they picked up for themselves and win the one of the enemy. But still, we still
could be
just
one
gonna
of them.
hoping for that. It could be one of them, but then that's just a dream, right? It's not rooted in reality. It's just something that we've observed and doesn't really hold a lot of ground logically. Well, Enigma, just one map away from taking this BO3. And boy, they should be feeling good about themselves after that win. Because FS, they made them sweat. But when push came to shove, Enigma, they shoved, they fought, and they beat the crap out of FS.
Yeah, they indeed did. I just want to have a look at that penultimate round, dude. That was an absolutely, down to the wire, literally a thread away, a needle and a thread away kind of a round, which was won by Enigma. That could have gone to the side of FS literally for every bit of them just, just sticking to a corner and not peeking out. The last person, I quite can't remember who it was that RVK killed, but as the highlights keep going on, we'll find out. But in the end, FS did put up a great show, to be honest. They had a number of times where most of the match, they were on top of the game, right? They were in the lead until number 9-8, the scoreline came in and Enigma took the lead. And after that, they just went on a roll. Enigma found kill after kill, went round after round, finding the necessary angles that they needed, and they just somehow overtook the side of FS, even though there were a lot of exit frags that came in. The round gave them more than enough money. The wins gave them more than enough money to keep the machine running.
Oh, yeah, and there it is. This is the round
This one, yeah.
about. B2, he gets a spike planter. Rexy gets it just in the nick of time, and B2 cleans him up, but there's a quick kill coming in.
Oh, it was on the Dominic, yeah. Rafael finds him, B2, and RVK found Dominic with just seconds remaining, and that was it.
Absolutely insane. I have to say, FS, I mean, kudos to them. They really, really tried their hard. And look at Coley. He's 19 kills in the match. And that's, he's somehow gotten the MVP with an average combat score of 265. I believe that's probably the shock darts that he was landing time and time again. But B2 with 21, Cactus with 18, Cortez with only 9, not really having the best of times. And Dominic as well, sort of struggling. But you look over to the side of Enigma, it's Antidote on the MVP. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen him there, with 25 kills, a 304 combat score, and an econ rating of 70. This man has been on point for a bit too long. You can see Raw Fuel, Rexy, REK, Hika, all these guys, they chimed in as well, but they're nowhere close to the amount of kills that Antidote has managed to secure for himself.
Yeah, that is true. Antidote has been off the MVP position for quite a while, and seeing him back is a great thing. Honestly, 25 kills for him, 304 ACS. Everybody from the side of Enigma has put in the work, but Antidote was just a class apart today. And on the other side, we can see it that everybody from the side of FSE Sports. Well, not everybody, at least 3 players have put in the best of their games. 21 for B2, 18 for Cactus, and 19 for Coley, who is the MVP. But Cortez and Dominic, well, they didn't really have the best of their games. Cortez, especially, he is a great surgical player when he plays a jet, but didn't really translate that into a victory today. And that is the end of map number 1 as it stands.
Absolutely. I mean, Enigma, they played out of their mind. They managed to pull it back. And FSE Sports, credit where credit's due, they were a very tough opponent. I mean, they made it very, very hard for Enigma. But Enigma, they're resilient. And when push came to shove, they really gave it to FS. Well, that's it for the first map of this best of 3, folks. We still have 2 more to go, potentially, if the side of FS can win split. But for that, you're going to have to wait a little bit. We're going to be cutting to a short break. Until then, you're watching LG Ultragear presents the Esports Club Gauntlet Season 3. Powered by Crucial, our apparel partner 656, our accessories partner Cosmic Byte, and our esports partner Aimlab. We'll be back with map number 2 in just a bit.
from the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to LG Ultragear presents the Esports Club Gauntlet Season 3 powered by Crucial, along with our apparel partner 656, our accessories partner Cosmic Byte, and our esports partner Aimlab. My name is Floki. Joining me for this one is going to be Universe. We've got map number 2 up and waiting between Enigma versus the side of FSE Sports. FS made the first one very, very competitive on Ascent. I believe they took 9 rounds against Enigma and won a round that they basically shouldn't have and carried that momentum for quite a while forward, but I have to say, a very well-timed timeout coming in from Enigma to sort of reset the tempo and make sure that everyone just played the game like sane human beings, right?
Yeah, indeed. I think that, Enigma really did a great job of trying to hold down what exactly the new FS were doing. After that one round where they took that timeout, they assessed the situation. They knew how exactly the side of FS were playing, and they found a groove to get against them and, just find that, first half come down to a 6-6. And then further on the second half, once they were on to level scores with 8-8, they just didn't take their foot off the gas pedal, and they went up to 12-9 and finished it off 13-9.
Yep. And now we're going to move on to Split, a map that has been picked up by Enigma Gaming. Curious to see what they pull out on this one. I wonder if we're going to see something cheeky like a KO, something that the side of EXO has run very often on this map, but we'll see if the side of Enigma have taken a page out of their book, because this is a map where you can run the KO if you feel like it, but the breach was always very good. You can always go for the sky as well if you feel like it. You can even go double sentinel on this map and not be that bothered, because defense can be very, very hard to breach. But no puns intended. Speaking of breach, let's jump into the agent selection screen and see if it's actually going to be picked up by any of these teams. Right at the bat, Enigma, it's going to be Rexy playing that Cypher, so not going to be an initiator coming in. It is going to be Hiccup playing the only initiator on the sky, and RVK picking up that Viper. Kohli hovering over the chamber, thinking about him, but you can't pick him over here, buddy.
Yeah, Kohli, I don't think that chamber right now would be the best option to go for either. Unless you've practiced him pretty much every single day for the last how many ever days like I have. I've been crazy about trying to master that agent, but so far on Split, we can see RVK with that Viper. Everybody on Enigma is locked and loaded, ready to go, raring to go. Antidote with the secondary controller, as we have Hika yet again on the sky, Rafuel on the Jet, and Rexy this time on the Cypher. All right, they've shifted up a little bit over here. And on the other side of things, Kohli could be going in for that KO. Not an uncommon pick on the map of Split. We've seen it come every time we've seen EXO play. EXO have picked up the KO pretty much every single time they take this map, and there is Kohli's going for it as well.
Oh, wow.
Cactus is going to lock in that Killjoy, and Dominic for sure with that Astra is going to seal the deal for them. A single duelist on either side. The difference is that it's a Raze against a Jet, and that is a interesting matter, because the Raze we know is a great agent on this map because of the close spacedness of this map, that's for sure, because the grenade works well, the boombot works well, and the showstopper is just as good as well, right? The Jet is a little bit more versatile in terms of movement. The opping skills make a lot of difference here, especially towards the mid and the A side. It's a lot more better. And not to forget, there is a Sage as well on the one side, whereas it's not on the other. Side of FS have gone for the Sage, which is a usual pick. And it looks like for the side of Enigma, the wall of Viper is more than enough for them to keep this going.
Yeah, it seems like they don't really want a Sage. They're just happy with the Viper that they have. And let's see how they're going to put it to use as we jump straight into the game between Enigma versus FSE Sports. In all honesty, I'm very excited to see what FSE Sports pull out, because they've picked up the KO. And, I always like those cheeky picks. So I'm quite sure it's something that they've been practicing for a while. So I expect them to use it well. But given the fact that this is going to be their first time picking that agent up, or at least I think it's their first time picking that agent up, things could go south very quickly, and FS could find themselves in dangerous territories. A very early knife point, but it doesn't scout anything out. Cortez has got the paint shells ready, sees a couple of people, throws it down, prevents them from pushing in, and oh no, looks like Rexy's gonna get blown up by it. RVK is there to get the trade though, and Coley is gonna make it back to safety. He will use a fragment to prevent the push from coming in towards Nancy. Said he will call out all who are on the side, and Coley is able to convert. Vitu finds one though, can he find the second one? No, the right click not strong enough. Will be able to heal himself back up, and RVK already on the flank. V2 suspecting this is gonna put a bullet straight into RVK's chest. And now Hika with 31 points of life has to clutch this one out. 1v2. What is he gonna be able to do here? Frenzy in hand, only 14 bullets to work with. Does need to align for him, but I think if he was Astra, he'd have an easier time doing that. Dominic concuss on one side, gravity well on the other. Oh, he can't able to convert him. He's down to 4 bullets. He's out of bullets now. Is he actually gonna go for the knife here?
Well, B2's off the defuse. Hika is just gonna try and bait him out, but no! He jumps straight into it, and the time is more than enough for him. All 3 seconds of a time gap between him and that spike blasting. And FS pull out the pistol early on.
Yeah,
That was a little too close for comfort. Hika thought maybe he's gonna be diffusing, and he went in for the knife, I believe. And that obviously was gonna be his demise. B2 was off the defuse, and he waited for Hika to come in. He knew that he was low as well. That is gonna give them the pistol, and consequently, at least hopefully, the second round as well.
Oh yeah, Hika, I mean, he really tried there, but running out of bullets, I think he started panicking a little bit and pulled out the knife. Didn't really think too much about running the clock down. And FSE will get that first round as a result. Hika will get one share of shot.
Oh.
Cactus's body. Oh, Cactus pulls out the classic finishes off Rexy.
One enemy
And
remaining.
oh, Cortez, that's dirty. Gets Antidote with a jumping judge. And RVK now all by himself looking to find B2, but B2 cleans him up. As once again, FSE Sports is mantled the side of Enigma. And I have to say, looking rather strong on the map of Split, but it could be because they're starting out on defense here. I have to say, if Enigma knew they were starting out on offense, why didn't they pick up the Raze? Wouldn't that be a better choice than the Jet? What do you think?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I also believe that, when there's map like this or bind, the single duelist should probably be a Raze to get that explosivity power. And not just that, I think the Raze is, a little bit more movement free on the map of Split because of the satchels. I think the Raze covers a lot more ground than the Jet does. And that is something that, is probably going to help a team. But they've gone with the Jet now, and they know that Raw feels more comfortable with it. They're going to have to play with this. Hika could have gone for that Raze, which we've seen him do before, by the way. But they've decided to go for the single duelist lineup, and that's exactly where they're going to have to fight with. Enigma find the gap in towards Wins, but it is FS who's actually giving it up to them. Cortez with this judge, holding down across the line of mid in the smoke, is not going to find anything. But he will be contested soon, I should believe.
Okay, don't believe that knife point really spotted out anyone again from Kohli. And Enigma playing this one slow. Happy with the amount of map control that they've had, waiting for the side of FS to make some sort of misstep. Do they have a read on the situation though? That's the question. 3 people gearing up for a push towards A while Rexy continues to hold heaven. Kohli aware that there is someone there, but not quite sure exactly where they are. Can't pinpoint their position. And you can see the Killjoy is also afraid, so she's checking screens in the meantime. Antidote, it's time for him to make his move. Oh, the Raze has been so patient this entire time, and Kohli's really good for one. Looking for the second, won't find it. The raw fuel will best him. And RVK gonna collapse onto the side with the rest of his team. It's gonna be down to the Killjoy to hold this one. V2 trying to provide support, but he misses the wipe. 12 seconds remaining on the clock, and Cactus, he's got the spike carrier. Looking to find Hika, he's gonna get him as well. Rexy, oh, he's gonna be shut down. Cactus cleans them all up as he gets a 4K. Cactus single-handedly dismantles Enigma. He does not need Kohli to help him.
And I am a genius. So
Yep, Killjoy definitely is a genius, and so is Cactus. knows exactly how to utilize that agent. He plays the Jet, he plays a Killjoy, a versatile player indeed. And he already has his ultimate. The lockdown available in just 3 rounds. He's gonna be using it probably in the next one if need be. Not this one though. It is an eco for Enigma. And they're gonna have to work with what they've got, and that's just a couple of sheriffs. Rexy's been spotted out here as well. There's Coley. He's going for that jiggle peek. He spots out a shoulder and immediately does not want to take any sort of fights. Goes right back. Dominic has already found success towards B main. And Cactus finds the same towards A main. As sitting in that smoke is not going to help RVK for too long. Whoa. Okay, yeah, sorry. Forgive me, RVK.
I got the spot.
Sorry, I opened...
How dare you doubt it?
I'm sorry I even opened my mouth.
You pagan! But RVK, he's got more on his hands than Cortez! What the hell are those satchels? Oh boy, RVK, I would be pissed if I was in issues. That was insane coming in from him. The judge at that distance cleans him up. Oh boy. And now a 4v2. Members on the side of FS. Not really keen on peeking. Antidote spots them out. That's 2 sheriff shots. He knows the fragment's gonna be dropped. Doesn't find some damage. Maybe RVK. Well, he wrote something in chat, but it's actually Coley and Cortez who clean up Antidote and the rest of the Enigma squad. So RVK, he got done dirty there. I must say, that was insane.
It indeed was. Cortez, I don't know how the hell. It was just, I think the circular aim, sorry, the crosshair of the judge that helped him better than RVK's crosshair of the Vandal.
He is up in the air. There is no way on earth that should ever happen.
I mean,
there's no way on earth that he should be able to connect those bullets and they should be so accurate at that distance.
it's a judge. You really
It's a shotgun, but you can't aim a shotgun while you're flying in the air. Come on.
But that's the beauty of it. You never really can aim a shotgun unless it's something like this. Dominic through the smoke, finds one. Coley gets another. He's gonna be dodging that blind, but Dominic is there to his support. And Rexy's wondering what the hell happened to my teammates. It's gonna be 5-0 coming up in literally a couple of seconds. Just as Antidote gives up his life, it's gonna be 5-0. And Split, which by the way, Enigma's pick. Well, starting early on, they're not comfortable at all. At least at this point in Ascent, they got the first round. And they pulled in that timeout. Maybe it's time for them to do it now as well. They need that tactical timeout right now to stop the rampage of FS. Or it's probably going to take a 1v5 from Antidote, which, even though he's been the MVP for the previous map, is the farthest that he can think of. Maybe 1 or 2 kills, complimentary, at the very max. Nothing
30
more.
seconds left.
Well, comes from the Astra, but Cactus cleans up a flawless round coming in for the side of FS. Enigma just really hasn't been the day, has it? I mean, both maps starting off, they just get completely dumpstered. But that's the thing about Enigma. They're a resilient bunch, you know? They're kind of like Rocky Balboa. It ain't about how hard you get hit. It's about how hard you... Wait, did I say it wrong? I think I said it wrong. Yeah, it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
Yeah, you said it right. You said it right. And we're going to have to see whether this 5-0 is going to be turning into 5-1, 5-2. Further on, doesn't look like a 5-1. It's probably going to be 6-1 if at all anything. Because with this eco, it's probably going to have to be just Rawfield's one-man task to do it. And Dominic shuts him out literally as soon as I say his name. And another. And another. No, RVK gets one. His sheriff is not going to be seconded. He's going to have absolutely no problem taking out one. But he needs to find at least 2 more for his team. Okay, RVK makes it work. He's got a little bit of cover to escape towards the backside. As Coley, no chances that he's going to take. Disables all of the utilities from the attackers with his ultimate. And even his knife being thrown in. Both of them detected, but Antidote's actually going to find Coley. This is getting a little bit dicey. Cortez finds one. The showstopper on the hands. But he runs away. He should have fired it in the first place. RVK crawls to his own wall and he's going to get killed. Does not check that corner. And all onto Hika, who is not going to be able to find a kill. Cortez finds his third. And even though Enigma made FS sweat, it's still the round for the defenders.
Wow, that was amazing killing in from the side of FS.
Alarm bot
Goalie
out.
got really unlucky there with his ultimate just timing out as he got shot in the head, so couldn't really get him back up. He fell to the ground permanently, but Enigma, they've got a bye now and they gotta make it work. How good is Enigma's lineup on defense now? Because that's probably what I'm thinking, right? I mean, you look at a Viper, you look at an Astra, a Cypher. Are these the agents that inspire confidence if you're on this lineup? Let's say you're on defense, right? You're an Enigma. You probably raw fuel playing that Jet.
Yeah.
You see a Viper and an Astra. Do you feel good about this lineup on defense?
I would say so because the Viper is basically a pseudo Sentinel of sorts, and you have a Cypher as well who is a full-time Sentinel. But if Rexy's gonna get beat up like that, that Sentinel's gonna be of no use. Antidote though, he does trade back, and this should be the first round for Enigma. It has to be if they want to make a comeback in this game. Cortez walks into the smoke, and Raw Fuel, his vision was just a little bit more covered than Cortez's. And with that knife coming in from KO, it's going to confirm a few more positions of the players of Enigma. Dominic takes down RVK coming in from B main. As Antidote tries to crawl in towards the side, jumps down to Hell, and it's going to be the actual Hell. 7-0. What the hell is happening, Floki?
7-0 now. And Enigma, I mean, I really think they need a timeout here. A tactical timeout to just
I should probably
get everyone
place
back
some
in their
stars
senses.
the
They've
astral
lost
plane.
7 in a row, probably gonna be
Should
8. Don't have money to buy in this round, and if they don't stem the bleeding now, then FS, they're just running away with this half. No doubts about it. The one thing that could work in their favor, though, as many times as we've said it, and I think we've said it a bit too many times, but we'll say it again anyway. It's a 9-3 scoreline, but yeah, I don't think any professional player actually thinks about that when they're in a lobby against 5 players who really want to win. Cortez, the boom bot spots out Raw Fuel, but does not connect. Raw Fuel survives and finds B2. RVK is going to find Cactus as well. Goalie now looking to work around the smoke by himself, finding RVK. RVK knows, but it's a bit too late. Goalie makes it back to safety, walks through the snake bite. It's going to be okay. Picks up the orb as well. It's down to Raw Fuel to try and make work of this. The Ray is aware, but Cortez, can he find the deal?
No.
Yes, he can. He cleans up Raw Fuel. That's the only player with the Vandal who could have done something, but it's going to be picked up by Hika. An Antidote and Rexy in tow. Gonna play this one slow, Enigma, but they need to get going. More map control. The rotation is going to come in from FS, and Hika is going to find Cody to start things off here. Rexy's picked up the Phantom too. All of a sudden, this round looks a lot more doable.
I know
To the side of
exactly
Enigma.
where you are.
30
And
seconds
there's a new theft coming in. Rexy, that's going to be absolutely massive. Hika gonna get the plant down towards T-Ball.
Spike planted.
Cypher cages as well. And the Cosmic Divide being prepped up by Antidote. Looking to shave some time off the clock. Still waiting on it. Still hasn't popped it.
He's waiting for a
You want
sound
to
cue.
fight it?
Yeah, that was not sound cue, but at least a visual cue, and it comes straight in. Dominic
Satchel out.
jumps down, and look at Cortez.
player
Oh,
standing.
nope. Flies straight to his death. It's up to Dominic now, but that's not going to be the case. 7-1. Finally, some sort of a response from Enigma. A little bit of life being showed from their side. And we're going to see the first round come out for them on the split map, which, by the way, is their pick.
Yep, it is. And I have to say, Enigma really isn't looking like their map right now, given the way these rounds have gone. FS, just have a quick look at their economy, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Everyone's got credits for days. Next round they can be a little stingy with the shields if they want another buy. And yeah, at this point, Enigma, they're really gonna have to put their heads together to try and win this round. My god, look at the aggression coming in from the side of FS. Quickly walk down mid, wall off the area that links aside from B towards mid, and they quickly find that big in sewers too. Dominic spots out Rexy. Doesn't need to take the fight. It's a 5v4. And Rexy kind of back off, drops the cam, tries to see where Dominic is, but doesn't really know just yet. Rexy gives a fake sound cue. Looking to outplay the Astra, but the Astra not biting, not even pushing. RVK, he's lurked all in towards A. Do they know he's there? They should, because
I'm
they've
not
left
quite
the site
sure.
open.
He can't. Oh wait, they do know. You can see it. Cactus is holding down. Oh no, it was not Cactus. Sorry, Cortez holding down towards the side of the defender side spawn. And RVK with that kill is gonna establish his ultimate. And here we go. Rafiel's gonna get the plant down. Holy in this sneaky little position takes care of one. But RVK's gone down, and so is his Viper's Pit. 4 versus 2. FS have the advantage of a lifetime here. And only one player on site, by the way. Rexy's far, far away. They find this? Yeah, there it is. Done and dusted. Number 8 for the side of FS. They might have faltered for one round, but they're right back on track.
Yeah, they most certainly are. I mean, FS,
Game. I love explosions.
I really don't know what has gotten into them. They look like a completely different team. As they're handling Enigma, you know, that's what this really is. They're just being handled right now. And FS, I do believe this is their second last, if not their last game of this group stage. Am I right, Universe? Or is that something you're gonna have to confirm?
I'm sorry, I couldn't pick up on what you said. Is this
I was trying to make sure if FSE Sports, if this is the last match for FSE Sports in the group stage.
Yeah. This is the last match. Yes, this is their last match. They've had 4 wins, 2 losses, and this is the. Okay, those 2 were trying to maybe get a boost on there, Dominic and Coley, but they've been spotted out. That flash. Okay, I think that's in a long time. I don't think I've seen Coley use that flash. Maybe 1 or 2 times, but this is the first time I've heard it in this match. And Coley's already found Rexy. Rafiel's down to 75. This round is all on Rafiel's gun-wielding abilities, but he's only got 3 kills. He's on the bottom of the table for his team. He's not being able to perform. Not in the first map either, not now. He was having a quiet game when we know him to put up numbers like 25, 30. This has been a quiet game for him. And that knife is going to confirm at least 1 player again, and that's RVK with the Sheriff. You do not want to peek it. You do not want to peek it, but Coley on the ropes is holding the most unorthodox off angle. And he's going to get that kill, no problemo. Still a 5 versus 3. No players lost for FS. Too many lost for the side of Enigma, as Coley's just spraying down people like it's nobody's business.
The issue over here is get towards the box, but Antidote's there to punish. The robot bleeds from its head as he gets shot.
1 enemy
Dominic
remaining.
holding
Spike
crossfire with
down,
B2,
B.
and that's a spike down. Hika can't do anything. 10 seconds
10
left on the
seconds
clock. All he
left.
can do is hope for a gun. Cortez, he's in position. He was revealed, but got the Phantom, got the bigger weapon. And that's pretty much what's going to decide who wins that duel. As FS 9-1 now. This defense, unshakable, and iron defense from the side of FS. Really, really hard to breach. And it looks like the side of Enigma, they're gonna have to work overtime if they want to try and pull this one back. I've heard of people coming back from 9-3, but this is 9-1.
I honestly, to be honest, I think Enigma's probably done and dusted for this match. If they don't win this, I'm gonna call it the end. 11-1 is probably confirmed if they don't win this, because so far, Floki, it's been buy, eco, buy, eco, buy, eco. That's all it's been. Except for the 1 round that they won where they had 2 buys, and even that was broken down back straight to an eco.
Oh yeah, I mean, Enigma just not having a good time. But maybe this round can change. They've got 5 Vandals up and running. Well, 4. Rexy's opting for the Phantom instead. And they're trying to apply pressure mid, trying to break that ball. They will succeed in doing so. They've managed to create an opening.
That is it. The one thing,
Yep.
you know, the one thing that I've been noticing quite often is that FS have done this almost 3 or 4 times where they've got the setup where Coley's on top or somebody's on top, and Dominic or whoever's playing on B side is right there. They've done this multiple times, and Enigma, quite honestly, have not countered it till now. They've fallen prey to it multiple times. And now Rafiel's been found out towards B heaven, forgive me. Cortez throws in that showstopper and gets an easy kill to the smoke. Antidote's gonna eat up a lot of the damage. Down to 86, 22 armor left. And there's 3 players here.
I've got your
Coley,
trail.
he's trying to survive there. They don't know that Antidote's crawled up. Now they do. And it's up to Cortez to find his kill, but he goes down. Enigma have a fighting chance.
30
Look
seconds
at
left.
Coley. Still waiting. And there you go. He's going to find Antidote as well. Now in a 4v3. The rest of the side of FS trying to hold on. But Rexy gets one pick. No duel tapped up and running. So he can't really capitalize as much as he would like. But maybe Coley still can enable that. Going around the corner, but Coley missed it.
Rexy.
Rexy gets cleaned up. And now Cactus
10
holding
seconds
the
left.
line over here. Sure, they're going to get the plant down. But still, this is impossible for the two of them.
RVK is pushing up so that he stops anybody from getting that killjoy close to the defender side spawn. And look at this. Holy fight. The flash comes in. They expect this. The second one of the teammates blended, but both of the opponents 1v1 now. BK versus Coley. He's going for the classic. The right choice to make so. And it is going to be Enigma's second. Is the 9-3 curse going to be
Last
coming up?
round in the half.
I have no idea, to be honest. I mean, sure, this round goes the way of Enigma. But once again, their economy is completely screwed. I mean, Rawfield's going to be using that Spectre. And he's got the knives out. But, okay, so it's not as bad as I thought. But 2 players still running the light shields. Not the best of situations. Cactus, he's got a shorty in his hands. He's going to pick up the operator as well. Going to pass it over to Cortez. Who's actually going to use it? Well, we'll see. For now, the operator isn't playing. That's what matters. Once again, the mid being walled off right away. Enigma showing a lot of presence towards there. Coley trying to get some spam and try and take down someone, but not going to be too successful. And Rawfield, in the meantime, still holding on. Not really pushing it just yet. Nice combo with the satchel, with the paint shell and the slow orb. Does take Rawfield down low, and he's going to pull out the Spectre and clean up the boom bot, but still. 40 seconds into the round, all they've really done so far on the side of Enigma is broken that mid wall. And now they're going to try and go for some mid control. Coley with a knife point is going to try and delay them. Rexy, how the hell did the camera get in that spot? What?
Well, it's only on to Rexy to know that because he's the one who sits probably in customs and tries to find angles to get cameras into places that his opponents won't expect. As Dominic yet again holding down the B site like a brick wall or an iron wall, whatever you want to call it.
Left.
And now Coley with that ultimate is going to deny any utility usage from Enigma. They're going to be okay with it. They're trying to push onto him. Rawfield's holding down towards hell now. As FS are in this 5v4, which can be a 5v5, but the player that they need to revive is in the most open position. They need to first take care of Rawfield here, and that's going to be done with this Killjoy ultimate. RVK on the lurk.
They're all trying to force them out of the side. Oh, but the Cypher Cage actually allows them to get the lockdown. But Coley's going to be able to find a kill in the meantime. Cortez gets cleaned up. Antidote's going to find Coley. And Enigma desperately looking to put up the third round. B2 going to make his way around, but Antidote cleans him up. The flash is perfect from Hika as they clean up 9-3. Enigma, they get 3. They get the curse in their favor, but that's about it. They're still 6 rounds
Let's
down.
win and get out of here.
And that's the part that they really need to worry about.
9-3, the cursed scoreline of the TC Gauntlet. Whether or not it's going to be coming into place is only for FS to answer, because if they don't win out this pistol, that's going to put up number 4 and 5 right behind it. And if they're not careful, 6-7 could follow as well. They just need to win this pistol. That's all they need right now. They win this pistol, they're in the driver's seat to take us to map number 3 onto Icebox. Or we're going to have to settle with the curse coming in, and FS have to just sit and eat it like good little children.
Coley's gonna let go of the knife point. I believe it did spot out Hika, so Hika is not gonna be able to use any of his utility just yet. But I like the slow approach coming in from FS. No Sage, really just locked down that mid area. Cortez gonna get snake bit and satchels away back towards safety. And in the meantime, B2 trying to find something towards A, but doesn't see anyone. They're playing it very passively with the Viper wall.
B2 probably will be in contact with Antidote in just about a second. Antidote's careful about his backlines for some reason. Ralphio's right here onto Heaven as well, but he's completely
there.
focused on aiming. So this is a really interesting crossfire being held up, to be honest. As soon as Ralphio sees a player, Antidote's gonna peek out from here, and there it is. That's exactly what they were trying to do. But Antidote, he misses all of his shots, but Ralphio won't. He gets the kill, dashes away because he's low, and Antidote focuses onto what's in front of him with just the one kill that comes into his hands. 3 versus 4, still in the favor of Enigma. Are they gonna find this pistol? B2 running straight in, and that is not the best of decisions to make, my friend. Dominic,
What? He just tanked the tripwire there like a complete boss.
yeah, and
seconds
he
left.
needs to run. He knows he doesn't have time. He needs to plant. Rexy, probably gonna find this kill. Yes, he will. The plan will go down for sure, but Dominic's death is confirmed, and that's gonna be Enigma maybe initiating the curse.
Well, they're gonna have to work overtime for sure, because there's one thing, and that's the side of FSE Sports. They're gonna be having a bye in the next round, so
Don't even
Enigma
start
not
that
out of
shitty
deep
mate.
waters just yet. So we'll see if FS decide to take the fight to them, like
Don't
Byte
sit
up the
down.
Spectres,
We're
or
not
if they're
done
just gonna
yet.
have a nice little eco. And it seems that they will buy up. I see 2 Spectres and Light Shield on them. Dominic could also buy up one if he wants. The rest of them can play on frenzies if need be. And there you go. Everyone's got a Spectre and Light Shields. Okay. So FS. Looks like it's going to be a good old rush coming out from them towards A. And RVK, has he read this? Be anticipating it. Knife point comes through. And yeah, RVK, he knows about this. So he lets go of the snake bite early on. Trying to prevent them from getting any sort of map control. The Viper Wall as well to help them out. I save the poison though, as that Viper Wall is not doing it all that much work right now. And Antidote, he hears all of that. He hears
a
them
lot
going
of
from
sound.
towards mid. And there you go, Raw Fuel making the adjustment. Gonna go back towards B Heavens instead. F2. Where do they move? FS rather. Where do they move here? Seems that they want to try and make their way in rope room, and there's a tripwire waiting for them there. Antidote doesn't know about this. Could be caught by surprise. They've not made any noise in the meantime, but they have also not breached B Heaven just yet. This could be disastrous. Antidote still holding, trying to make sure that he gets the guy pushing the Viper Wall from A. He anticipates they're going to try and do something cheeky like that. That tripwire though, everyone moved past it. Oh no.
That's just gonna hold them here
Wait,
for
wait,
a
no.
long...
Wait, no, they didn't.
They didn't move past it. Oh, Cactus, he finds on
30
B2,
seconds
another,
left.
and look at that rush, that outburst that comes in. Ralphio's gonna be good for one, dashes away, goes in back for the second, fearlessly, but Dominic just has a better weapon. And Enigma, they have lost out another, I
planted.
believe, here. 3 versus 2. Hika and Rexy, both of them not really having the best of games. They need this round. They need it desperately because this is an a force buy from the side of FS.
I'm out of stuff.
They know that Enigma are against the ropes, and that's exactly what they're pressuring them even more. That flash is good, but it's not gonna last for too long. Rexy will find one, but B2's already taken out his teammate. And with the time ticking by, all the things that FS have done so far is get them this round win. Number 10, inevitably, in their hands.
Enemy remaining.
And Rexy trying to do his best to do some economic damage, but FS not gonna be beaten down. Protest survives to tell the tale. And once again, Enigma, they find themselves in a similar spot like they did on map 1, Ascent. Except this time, it's a much, much bigger lead for the side of FSE Sports. Oh boy. And I don't think FS are going to calm down just yet. No, they know that Enigma
Absolutely
is
not.
down on their knees. They're going to kick them while they're down. They're going to go
Yeah.
in. Full commit with the judges and specters. And take this one rather quickly. We'll see though. If their approach is going to be as fast as we think it is.
They're approaching mid yet again. Raw Fuel's waiting for them with a sheriff, but that judge is a little too powerful. Hika's flash might be good for one that Rexy finds, but Dominic's taking down both of them. And Cactus, along with
coming
his
back.
teammates, make their way towards B. And RVK and Antidote, there's
Spike
nothing they can
planted.
do. The judge is gonna be a little bit of a problem here.
enemy remaining.
Cortez takes out Antidote with just one hit. And he knows that RVK is coming in from here probably. Oh, RVK, as good as he is on the Sheriff, those are a couple of shots that are uncommon for him to miss. And now he's
Now-
being chased.
Oh yeah.
Is he? No. Cortez is just waiting. He knows RVK is dangerous. Look at how tiny his crosshair is, dude. How meticulous do you need to be for this?
Clue, but does allow him to hit some pretty sick long-range shots. So
That is true. A big circle crosshair against the tiniest one that we've seen. Who wins?
yikes. Well, 11-4 now in favor of FS. Not sure if we're gonna find the answer to that question, but we are gonna find out who's gonna win this map. And the way things are going, I think FSE Sports, they've got this.
Yeah, they
Two
most
rounds
certainly
away
have.
from victory.
They win this, it's game over.
Yeah,
This is a bonus round on top of that too.
Yeah, Rafiel's not gonna find anything towards B main. Making their way towards mid again. Kohli this time with the knife point does not find RVK as he narrowly avoids it, so that Poison Cloud and Snake Bite's gonna be going up, making passage hard here to the side of FS. And there you go. Raze has already made her way inside rope ropes, but the tripwire really strong. Antidote gonna get flashed and lose the fight. Kohli still best despite the Spectre. FS, this is
Did they just
interesting.
walled themselves away?
Yeah, they just walled themselves off inside of.
Oh, they're trying to
rope
sell a fake. They thought that maybe they've walled off, when so that they would probably approach B Heaven. And that's exactly where you can see Hika and Rafuel going back, actually. Rafuel is peeking towards mid, but he has no idea that they've called in over here. Nobody from Enigma. This is a 200 IQ play. And now they're rushing in. Rexy's the only one, and he's got multiple angles to check.
Spike down A.
He's found one. He needs to get more. Eats a headshot with that Spectre and goes right back into the site. And that's a good decision. Will he be able to get this? Rafuel will, though. And look at Rexy's camera. This is so good. He knows exactly
30
where
seconds.
who is.
One
And
enemy
he's going to
remaining.
capitalize upon it. Rexy! What a play from the man. FS tried to pull a 200 IQ over Enigma, but they did it right back to them with just positional play.
Yep. Enigma, I don't know how they managed to pull that one back. Rexy had no business staying alive as long as he did, but FS, they don't push the envelope and they get punished. And now, their economy, well, it's good for another buy, but after this, it's gonna have to be a solid eco, so we'll see if they can take this one. Enigma, on the other hand, they're gonna have to scrap together a bulldog for Rexy, but Rexy's okay with it. As long as he just keeps winning those rounds, he'll buy as many bulldogs as needed. A great tripwire lineup too. I don't think I've seen that one before. That's a slanting position on that one, so pushing in. Nice snake bite is actually gonna push the Rays out of position. And Kohli just gonna lay down some covering fire towards B Heavens instead. FS trying to make their way towards A. Tripwire is going to be destroyed, and they're trying to sell some sort of a fake here. Trying to keep them on the toes, but Rexy is holding that angle, so he'll know if someone tries to pass. Well, FS, they're going for the slow and steady approach here, Universe, and this could end up working out for them.
Just about timing the kill onto Rexy. Oh, he just runs away exactly when they come out. He expects it.
Shutting them down.
And the knife goes in, and Kohli's gonna find nothing. That's gonna give them a little bit of ground to play with, but look at
30
Cactus.
seconds left.
He's still on to B main. He's gonna try and cut off rotations as soon as he hears them running away. And this is a problem for Enigma, because FS are definitely gonna get this side for free. And in this 5v4, match point looks almost inevitable.
Raw field. There's so much work with the operator there.
planted.
And B2, he's just shut down Antidote once again. This is looking more and more like it's gonna go towards Icebox. RVK, look at the patience from that man. Hika's gonna clean him up. Might just get him a fighting chance, but it's still a 3v4. Look at the patience coming in from them. Cactus cleans up Hika, though, and B2 is gonna find RVK. Rafi is gonna get cleaned up by Cactus. 12-5 now, FS. very close
Match
to taking
point.
the map away from the side of Enigma. Just one round away from victory here. And Enigma's economy not looking all that good. The Camel's back being broken here. You know us. I think this might just be it. This might just be the map that Enigma dropped. We
Indeed.
might have to move on to Icebox.
It is looking absolutely inevitable at this point. Just like Thanos would say, in Enigma,
I have the
there's
spike.
nothing they can do about it.
Bomb buddy out.
Yet again towards A they go. All 5 of them, they want to finish it up in style. They don't want to make any difference to the play they make. And Rexy, he eats a grenade, a little bit of damage, and he's surrounded by Astra Stars as well. And here's the ultimate. No utilities available, and Cactus delivers the first finishing blow. 4 more to go. Make that 3 as FS are dominating. And with the 13-5 victory, Enigma have been humbled. It should be coming in any second now, because the attacker's Killjoy also has put down the ult, and there it is. Enigma
Attackers
are
win.
forced to play number 3.
Oh yeah, we're gonna know the fate of this match when we move on to Icebox. Can be coming up after this match. And boy, FS, they made Split look like a piece of cake. It wasn't even close. 13-5, Enigma got completely rattled here, dismantled by the side of FS. That
Indeed.
attacking half from the side of Enigma, no results whatsoever. On defense, it looks promising. They get 2 rounds, but when they have so little room to work with, how the hell are they supposed to string together so many rounds? It's just not possible. They just didn't have the economy for it. And I think we're going to see in the highlights just how FS managed to do that, how they put so much pressure on Enigma on defense, and how Enigma could just never really find an opening of any sorts. That KO, it worked out well from them. Even though that knife point was very early at times, was sort of being used like a recon dart, it did its work. It's like a SOA that flashes, and yeah, let's have a look at the highlights and see how the side of FS managed to beat out Enigma.
True.
Man, what a game. I mean,
What
it
a
all
game
starts from
indeed.
here.
Yeah. First up, he just straight went for the knife, thinking he's gonna be diffusing. But even though he had gone in for the knife, I don't think he would have gotten the kill, because he would have hit his he hit him straight up front, and that would have just given him 75 damage. And honestly, he could have just stuck the defuse. But FS, from the beginning, from the get-go, and plays like these by Cortez, who has been wielding the judge for throughout the entire match, by the way, was decimating the side of Enigma. Nobody had an answer, to be honest. And the couple of rounds that they did was also based on FS mistakes. FS were just a little too good on the map of Split, which honestly we expected Enigma to be, but it's happened. The underdogs are going to take us to map number 3. And not to forget, Floki, this is going to confirm number 10 in the scoreboard for them. 10 points for FS. They were on 9.
Oh, yeah.
And I think even if they lose this match now, 2-1, qualification is probably confirmed.
Yeah, probably going to make it to the playoffs, and that's going to be a huge achievement for them. I don't think they made it to the playoffs last season. They got slaughtered. They did retain the spot, and this time around, they've made it to the playoffs, I think. The only team who can push them down is maybe Salt Esports, because I believe their matches are still remaining, but that Salt will need to have a very, very good run. And then Enigma also needs to win their upcoming matches, so a lot of stars need to align for FS to be kicked out of the top 4. But if they do, then FS could be in for some tiebreakers. But yeah, I think we'll talk more about that later. FSE Sports for now. Just the way they were playing Split with the Killjoy and the Sage. With the KO and the Sage, not the Killjoy. Absolutely amazing. I don't think I've ever seen a team execute that Sage in so many different ways. You can see it on the scoreboard as well. Dominic with 17 kills for himself, Kohli with 15, Cactus with 16, Cortez with 18, this time popping off on that race, and B2 with 10, just doing his job and making sure that he held the line really, really well. Great stuff here from the side of FS. Enigma, RVK, I mean, he's the MVP for them with 10 kills, and a lot of those being from the ends of a sheriff, but at the end of the day, it's just not enough to pull them back into the game. And Rexy, he's got 11 kills as well, but didn't get the map win. Could have taken this 2-0.
And I have to say, both FSE Sports and Enigma, they tried really hard, but in the end, FSE Sports just a bit too strong. And we'll see if the side of Enigma are going to get swept away by the rising tide that is FSE Sports. But for now, we're going to cut for a short break. Until then, you're watching LG Ultragear presents the Esports Club Gauntlet Season 3 powered by Crucial, along with our apparel partner 656, our accessories partner Cosmic Byte, as well as our esports partner Aimlab. We'll be seeing you guys in just a bit.
the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to LG Ultragear presents the Esports Club Gauntlet Season 3 powered by Crucial and our apparel partner 656, our accessories partner Cosmic Byte, and our esports partner Aimlab. My name is Floki. Joining me for this one's going to be Universe. Make sure you scan the QR code down there in the corner of the screen so you can get yourself a Red Bull, enjoy the match even more. And now with the sponsor callouts out of the way, let's talk about the match. Enigma versus FSE Sports. This is really shaping up, isn't it? Enigma, they win the first map on Ascent. They win it 13-9, but then FS, they make split look so easy. What's going on?
I have no idea. We just saw a match of two teams that honestly, well, I should expect that after seeing Ascent, that Enigma would have probably given us maybe a 13-8, 13-9, maybe 13-11 victory on split. But the way FS turned it around and now they've taken us to Icebox, it's just been amazing from them.
Yeah.
I would love to see now on Icebox what's going to be the case, because both of these teams now are a little bit of a gray water. I don't know who's going to win this, and Icebox is the perfect map to end this on.
Yeah, it's going to be insanity. Now, I do know that Enigma play this map quite often, so this should be a bit of a comfort pick for them. But given the last how the last three maps have, I mean, the last two maps have shaped up. Oh boy, I really don't know in which direction this one's gonna go. Enigma, it seems that every single time, they have some sort of an advantage in the early game. They win the pistol round, or they do well in the pistol round. FS shuts it right down. I mean, Enigma, they were able to force buy, and they were able to get themselves Spectres, but they didn't have the same impact as FSE Sports did on their force buys in second round. And you know what? You don't have to listen to us yap about the possibilities or the probabilities any longer, because we're jumping straight into the agent selection screen. Let's have a look at what they're going to be picking up soon enough. Rawfuel's going to be going for that jet. We'll see what the rest of FS are going to be picking. Kohli thinking about the chamber, as production points out, but fortunately, it's not allowed. If you pick that, I think the lobby is going to be rehosted, or do they straight up get disqualified? I'd like confirmation on that, please.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure, but I don't. If he locks in, I'm pretty sure someone's gonna hit Alt F4.
Ah, I see. So it's gonna hit Alt F4, and basically they're gonna play the rest of the match 4v5. I think that's gonna be the penalty. Well, Kohli thinking about it, but I doubt he's gonna be picking up the chamber. He's probably gonna go for the Sova himself. Dominic eyeing that Viper up. RVK gonna pick the Viper up for the side of Enigma. And Hika playing that Sage. Now, that is something I like seeing. Hika is one of those players who really, for some reason, just does so much work on the Sage every time I see him. He's patient with his walls. He's smart with his walls. He thinks about it a lot. And I think with someone like RVK, he's going to have a lot of room to work with, and he's going to have a lot of freedom. And Hika, as a player, loves having freedom because he's very mechanically skilled. But when he's put under pressure, when he's just given one job to do, the same thing over and over, I think somewhere or the other it becomes a little bit redundant for him, and he really doesn't get to explore his creative side.
Yeah, that's true. There is a Killjoy on one side, whilst on the other there isn't. There's a Sage on both sides, and this is a more of a composition where you can see the difference being that controller is being focused more on the side of FS. Enigma, where we've got Antidote. All three maps he's played that Astra. He's sticking to it every single place that we go to. Whereas on the other side of things, it's going to be the player Cactus, who has been on that Killjoy for the eternity of time as well. So this is about two players who've just stuck to the game with their same agents. Let's go to the game and find out what exactly it's going to end up being like at the end of this long night that we've had so far. It is interesting to be a little bit, speculative about what exactly we would see in the first half, because if we see the side of Enigma find themselves on an upper edge in the first half, I think we might just see this go their way. But I still don't want to throw it out of the window for FS, and I think Floki has thrown himself out of the window, unfortunately. We're gonna be heading straight into the game. Oh boy, all right. Now, what do we got here? The setup for defense looks a little bit across the place. Things have been closed right now. We have a little bit of problem. What? All right. Yep, we have a little bit of a problem. Yep, there it is. The thing that we all were dreading. There is, I think Antidote's picked the wrong agent. Antidote.
I'm here. I'm alive.
Oh, welcome back, Floki. But don't worry, we're going to be restarting the game just for you.
Oh, nah, Antidote picked the wrong agent, right? Yeah. I caught the tail end of that. You can't fool me. Come on. What do you think I am, 2? I am 22, not 2. There's another 2 before that 2.
I mean, fair enough. Enigma are going to be asking for the restart. We have already seen Kohli. The best part was, the minute Kohli said, the side of Enigma said, we picked the wrong agent, Kohli immediately disconnected. He's like, yeah, all right, let's just go.
Play some Valorant, isn't he?
Yep. Sportsmanship of the highest order. He's like, don't say another word. I'm gonna wait for you in the lobby. Love for Valorant is amazing, as we are gonna have to watch out what exactly is gonna be the situation. We're still waiting. We are gonna go. We are remaking the lobby. It's gonna be restarted as we expected. Antidote has pulled up a wrong agent. He did not want to go all 3 maps with the Astra. Maybe he did want to go for the Killjoy. You never know that.
Let me
And-
just quickly leave the lobby as well. But yeah, you were talking about the agent selection. Okay, I think we're ready.
Yeah, we should be ready pretty soon, as all the players forgive me, that was a bad hiccup. Oh my god.
Oh boy, yeah, someone's missing you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, someone
Yeah.
might be missing me, but I'm missing the Valorant game right now. I think I need to get into it, and everybody needs to as well. FS, everybody has got out. Enigma, yeah, everybody has got out, and now we're gonna have to see what exactly Antidote's gonna go with. Is he gonna pick up an agent that we have absolutely no idea? But is he gonna go for the Killjoy, or is he gonna pick up that you know? I want to say, what did he go for a KO on this? I mean, nobody would go for a KO on this map, but
this
you
KO
never
would
know.
be awful, but we'll see what. Oh, you wanted to go for the Killjoy instead.
Of course,
That makes
immediate
a lot
lock-in.
more sense. And yeah,
immediate, insta lock. Let's go. Insta lockers all around. Sheesh, dude. Just damn, they're just spreading the plague everywhere. Everybody else locked in with the same agent, and we're gonna be going straight into the game. And I think Floki has disappeared yet again. We're gonna be starting with the game pretty soon. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. Floki's gonna be back, but for now, you can enjoy my face next to a blank screen of white. It's not a BSOD, it's a WSOD. White screen of death for Floki. But yeah, we're gonna be heading into the game pretty soon. I'm pretty sure that we're not gonna have my face on the screen for as long as possible. I would not like my screen, my face on the screen for as long as possible. And I request our producer to just take us into the game, please. As we're waiting for the server to log in. It's still Icebox, the agents and the map being showed, and unfortunately, we're just sitting here waiting and looking at what my face is, which is not pretty. Let's have a look at the map veto, because I don't want to look at my face anymore. Now, as I wait for Floki, the players, and pretty much the entire world to come around me, because it looks like I'm ahead of everybody at the moment, we're just gonna hold on. Floki's back. Let's go, Floki. Are you here? No? Floki is back, but I think he's just reconnecting into Discord, I feel.
I think I'm here.
Yep, yeah, Floki's back. Let's go. And as soon as we talk about one person being back, Coley unfortunately has got disconnected, and Floki's gone again. Yeah, we're gonna go straight into game now. I think we're done with this. There's a lot of back and forth stuff happening in terms of internet, and we also have Coley disconnected, like I said earlier. But not to worry, ladies and gentlemen, the game is gonna be beginning soon enough. Now, Antidote and Co need to figure out what's gonna be their first step on attack, because on attack, the one thing that on Icebox is that the exploitation of mid-region. That's the one thing that everybody somehow goes over without, thinking too much about. It's just for, cutting off late rotations, cutting off late flanks. That's all it is, on the mid of Icebox. But if you use it carefully on your attack, you're going to be pretty good in taking map control. And that's exactly what Enigma thrive upon. Map control is what they love to play with. And now with this pause, who is going to be taking the first bit of momentum? How many strategies are going to be being being placed in, because Antidote now with a Killjoy is going to look at anything and everything he can to do with that lurking position. The same lineup across both sides, and I've lost Floki forever. He's just disconnected. And I'm all alone in this world. It's a cold world out there. And it's a box as well. You know, sometimes you could argue with the fact that whether or not the Earth is a square. Is it? You know, sometimes. Because Icebox is not really a box. It's just an open map. It's probably the most open map apart from Breeze, but they call it a box for some reason. And I'm just whipping up the lamest jokes there on planet Earth to keep you guys entertained. Dominic. Oh my god, I just saw something. Did anybody else see that? Nobody saw that. Dominic just can I ask the spectator? Yeah, can you focus on Dominic, please? Can we see Dominic? Dominic literally threw. I don't know if you guys can see it, okay? You can see Dominic shooting up, right? Everybody can see Dominic shooting up. Up on top left side where the A bomb site is. He threw his poison orb right on top of that. And now it's stuck there. Yeah, right there where Cortez is looking. That is where the Viper's poison orb is, and he's lost a utility, a key piece of utility. Dominic, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Forgive us for the delays, ladies and gentlemen, but this is a little bit of a tech pause that has plagued us from the starting of the creation of the internet, and it continues to be the case until the end. And now, I think the match is going to be starting up real soon. No, oh no, don't tell me, not again. Coley reconnected, but he disconnected yet again. And Dominic's just feeling the pressure of throwing his poison orb on top of that plane right there. It's so bad. He just wants it back. Oh man. That's just unfortunate. Sad. And as I wait for pretty much anybody and everybody to come and join me here. Floki's gone. Oli's gone. We're gonna just have a small little break coming, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot do this any longer, and neither can the players. We're gonna be back in just a bit with the Tec Gauntlet Season 3. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with the game. It has been a little bit of a delay, I have to agree, but unfortunately, we had a couple of issues. Now, the one thing that we are going to be able to see here is the side of FS have all 5 of their players back online. We're going to have to wait. Again, I believe. No, wait, what? No. No, are we waiting again? No. Okay, no, we're going. Yeah, we're waiting for one player. He's gone AFK. He's going to be back in just a bit as we are going to be heading into the game. It started, and here's the pistol. Ladies and gentlemen, we are beginning with the final matchup between Enigma and FS. FS on the defense are going to get a man taken out straight in the beginning. Cortez goes down as RVK finds a kill. And Enigma have been stopped in the trails for now. That snake bite from Dominic is not letting them get in. But it's still their advantage, Enigma. With the man advantage, the wall comes up, and look at that. Dominic tries to pop out of the wall and maybe find a kill, but the wall from Sage was preventing him from doing anything. And that's gonna be probably the pistol round taken care of. 5 versus 3. There's nothing much FS can do here. Maybe 1 or 2 frags at the most. B2 has been spotted out. He almost takes out Raw Fuel. They're jumping into this. Coley, he's got a backstab. And Antidote's just playing with the boys here. They still get kills back though, and Coley's the last man left. And Hika, okay. Okay, Hika's just, woo! Hika's just won a knife kill in the first round, and that's exactly what you would expect. By the way, if you guys haven't noticed already, Floki's still not back, and I'm gonna have to go through this all by myself. This is gonna be a lone wolf. Just like Hika found the first kill. I mean, his first kill was a knife, but yeah. Now let's get back let's be a little more serious in this game. Oh no. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh boy, it's happened again. It's happened yet again. Oh no, don't tell me. Guys, unfortunately, we have had Coley yet again leave us from the server. We have no idea what's happening to his internet, but we've all been there. When we just are playing a competitive and then we disconnect from the first match, we come back after 10 minutes and we've had a cooldown. And then yet again, when we are playing, we wait for the cooldown to go by. We start our second match and again, we lose our internet, and even then we get a cooldown. This time it's for 2 hours. Time and time again, we wait, we play, we disconnect. We wait, we play, we disconnect until we are not satisfied to get that 7-day ban. And that's when we're like, okay, you know what, maybe now I should stop playing the game. Dominic just telling everybody that his smoke went outside the map in the first round. And this is going to be FS in a bit of a tough spot. Mentally, this is probably going to affect them, that Coley is not going to be there. But this is a bit of a problem. What exactly is going to be the situation? What is going to be the solution? We're going to find out in a couple of minutes here. Everybody's talking. The admins are sorting it out, so don't worry. And I think... No! Coley's back! Ladies and gentlemen, he's back! He's back yet again. I think he... Is he back? Yep, he's back. We're gonna be going back right back into the game. No worries whatsoever. You're not gonna have to listen to just my voice. You're gonna listen to pistols being fired. You're gonna listen to guns being fired. And you're gonna see the map being played. Back again we go as FS... They are waiting on an eco for Enigma to run in towards the B side. Rafio taking the reins here. And he's gone in towards yellow. Dominic needs to be careful this time. And oh, Rafio actually spots up both of them. B2 on top. He smokes it up to try and get a kill. Will get it, but the dash not being available as he used it is going to result in his death. Antidote finds Cactus towards that mid-region. Now Enigma are running straight back. Leaving RVK here, who's found an easy kill onto B2, unsuspecting of him. And Coley. No, Coley. Again. He's gone. He's left us. This is unfortunate, and RVK wants a snake bite kill, but Rexy says no. And we're gonna be taking a lot of time to consider what exactly we're gonna do here. FS. This is just unfortunate for them. We are having a little bit of an internal discussion right here as to whether or not we're gonna be remaking this match. Well, as much as I know, guys, I'm just informing you everything that I get to know. We're gonna have a little bit of a wait here. I think that there's a lot of people to be talking about right now. A lot of people to be talked to right now. Zero and 2. And Enigma. Alright. I just got the word from the side of our producers, and we've heard it, ladies and gentlemen. 4 versus 5. That's exactly what's going to be the case here. Coley, unfortunately, has disconnected, and Enigma have one of the biggest advantages that we've known in Valorant. That is the man advantage applied infinitely throughout this match, unless Coley somehow comes back. They're running straight into the site here, and Enigma are going to have a little bit of a open side given to them. A little bit of early aggression was shown in by FS, but they're going straight back into this. Utility being dumped in. The Viper wall has fallen for both the sides. As FSE Sports, they have a flank coming in the hands of Cactus. Rexy is expecting it, but not the angle particularly. The plant will go down, but it's still a 4 versus 4. Cactus, he's come up closer. The alarm bot gonna give him out that he's close enough now to be fought. But time is ticking too much far ahead. And they need to find this kill in the raw field, but he's taken 2 with him. And Cactus on the backstab, looking to kill the sister, his twin sister, the Killjoy on the other side. That's Antidote, but he has to run away. Hika takes out Dominic, and that's probably gonna be the end of the round. Enigma put up number 3. And this is just saddening to watch. Coley, last man standing, tapped out of existence from Hika. That's probably gonna be it. All right, now that we've got Enigma yet again on the buy round, the one thing about FS is I don't exactly know why Coley is not able to leave the server. I'm not quite sure about that, because if he leaves, at least his team will get a lot more money than they will, and an ultimate orb as well. But because he's still alive as a body that's standing in towards the defender side spawn, that's gonna give Enigma an extra ultimate orb for any one of their players that they want. B2 and Dominic are coming on a fast backstab as Enigma take up towards the A side. Cactus with a beautiful shot, but just the one. He's gonna go back. RVK, he spots out the backstab and he's looking for the kill, but it's not gonna be the case. They run back towards mid, and a 3v4 has been established. Coley is not even gonna be able to disconnect because it's a custom game. It's been hosted by us, and because of that, he's not gonna be able to disconnect either. He's gonna stay alive, and it's up to Cortez, Dominic, and B2 to pull this one up, but B2's gone. And Hika and Antidote double up to find 2 kills, and it's all onto Dominic, but all he can do right now is find kills, not the round. Number 4 inevitably in the hands of Enigma. This is just unfortunate. Really unfortunate. As FS, They're going to be playing at a disadvantage across the entire map now. Unless Kohli somehow finds his internet rejuvenating. And Enigma actually have taken a timeout. This is interesting. Okay. Enigma taking a timeout for their opponents. I'm pretty sure that is so sportful of them, man. That is such great sportsmanship. Enigma are doing this so that FS don't really have to play on a disadvantage. Great sportsmanship from the boys of Enigma. And even though we don't really have the, surety of Kohli joining in, they've done whatever they can to try and play this one out as best of their abilities of being sportsmen. Love this from Enigma, but unfortunately, even with the 1 minute timeout that they've taken, Kohli hasn't come back. He's still disconnected, and he's carrying all that money with himself that he could have used, that could be used to drop down weapons for his teammates, who you can see are forced to be playing on sheriffs. 8.5 grand, that's 4 weapons at the bare minimum. And there's nothing that FS can do about it. Raw Fuel, he's gonna charge the lead as Hika's already found the first blood onto B2. And the B side is completely open. Retakes are all they can do right now, FS. There's nothing more that's gonna work in their favor. They need to try and keep all of their members alive and maybe play on retakes. As Cactus is gonna find one head, but Raw Fuel's just a little too quick for him. On top of that yellow boxes. And Hika's even revived RVK. Cortez, maybe this one kill will give him a weapon to play with, but that's something that he might have to just save because Raw Fuel is on a rampage. Raw Fuel. Okay. What? What are you kidding? Raw Fuel is just playing around with the food right now. Antidote himself. Okay. They're okay. Antidote's gonna kill him. As Raw Fuel. Well, I think he wanted to give that kill to Antidote so that he can get an ultimate orb faster. And the timeout now being taken by FS. Both these teams are trying their best to not let it happen this way. But Kohli and his internet are now something that is not going to be the case that we're going to be seeing online. There's a lot of fun happening in the chat here, ladies and gentlemen. I wish I could tell you about everything that these players are talking about. But I wish I could tell you what's happening here, but I can't. We're just going to have to get done with this timeout, and I will probably end up giving you all just a little bit of a, overview later on. But that's the case right now. Even though they've taken this timeout, he's still not come back. He has not come back. Just like Spider-Man's movie says, there's no way home for him. Oh boy. All right, 5-0. The timeout's done. Enigma yet again looking to go towards B, and B2 probably wants to counter them aggressively. As Raw Fuel, he's gone up pretty heavy on top, and he's gonna find B2 caught off guard with his pants down. Dominic, he is towards yellow, and he could find Raw Fuel pretty easily. He did not even expect him to be there, Raw Fuel. Little bit of a rookie mistake from him. Cactus gets another as Hika. He finds Dominic, brings it down to a 3v3. Or, so forgive me, 2v3 actually. Cortez needs to find the kill. He does not know that one player's actually crawled past him towards defender side spawn. RVK, you sneaky little bugger. Oh wait, Cortez is actually looking there. He has an idea. The defender killjoy actually puts up the ultimate, and Cactus is still making things work. 1v2 here. Cortez is gonna be able to at least tap it down to the half mark point, and they need to run in. No way this is happening. He gets done, and somehow FS pull up round number 1. Let's go, FS. Oh boy. What a game here, ladies and gentlemen. 4v5, disconnections, comeback victories, 13-5 scoreline, taken their opponent's map picks. What else are we gonna see?
Watch this. Don't get in my way.
Dominic with the Viper Spit with a desperate attempt to find number 2 for his team.
Turret destroyed.
There's a heavy defense on A. Even though the Viper's pit has been committed, everybody from the side of F is actually going towards A. And Raw Fuel, well, sound cues are his best friend right now. As he's gonna look at B2,
Here.
Okay, he's a little confused. Probably gonna be confused now. He knows probably one player's across this place right here. And he's gonna find an easy kill with Cactus. He decides to move in towards Tube to check it. He will, and he finds Raw Fuel off guard. Raw Fuel caught sleeping. And Enigma have given up their man advantage. 4 versus 4 right now. And they're moving in towards B. Need to be careful here. FS can make you pay for what you do wrong. And I'm pretty sure you don't want that. The plan's gonna go down nonetheless with the Sage Wall intact. And RVK, with the presence of his mind, finds an easy kill through that
Bomb grenade.
wall onto Cactus, who has been revived almost immediately. And here we go yet again. A retake. 4 versus 4, still alive here. But the Viper Spit makes it a lot more difficult. Cactus takes out that owl drone, but he's still being spotted out, and Dominic's gone down to RVK. Nobody's on the spike. RVK does not hear B2 running past him, but Antidote will takes control of him, and the last person standing is yet again Master Coley. Six to 1, and as you would expect the scoreline, given that they have a man advantage, FS. They've done the most that they could have, but losing out on the last match on the basis of a technicality, something that's not even in their control, is honestly heartbreaking. Now they move in towards A, where an eco-ridden FS are gonna have to look at number 7 get ripped away from their hands. Cactus is up close, and it's just about time that he gets killed here. But before he does get killed, he's got one. Make that a second. Cactus!
Down A.
He's taken the man advantage for his team, but Rafio brings it right back. Make it doubled and tripled with Rexy. And they still haven't spotted out B2 here. Boy. Problem in terms of map control. He sees no! B2! No, you're not gonna let that go past you like that. He misses those shots, and that's gonna be the end of that. Number 7 for Enigma with a little bit of a hiccup, but they're still okay. Oh, man. FS, they have a buy, but if they lose this, yet again, it's going to be following that same cycle of buy, save, buy, save. Wait, forgive me. Buy, eco. Cortez not going to be able to connect that shot. And B2, he's going to be executed with Rafuel's Vandal, as he's just crawling past into enemy lines, and he's not afraid of anything. Pulls out his knives, but that's not gonna help him, as Rexy, he's looking for that kill, but he's not gonna find it. He does tag him down though. 2 versus 4, 1 versus 4.
Last player standing.
Antidote's gonna confirm Coley, as Cortez, well, with the amount of life he has left and the amount of space he has left to play with, There's not much he can do. 8-1, and ladies and gentlemen, at this point, you can almost consider this an Enigma victory. It was almost confirmed in the first match itself. Forgive me, first match, I say first round itself after we saw the disconnection happen. But, yeah.
Placing sentry.
Unfortunate. Now, oh my god, Rafael. He's just so good. He even thinks the third. But RVK is going to be finishing that off with the Sheriff. And at this point, it's just a killing spree for the side of Enigma. There's nothing FS can do. Dominic's been spotted, but he's going to get the head of Rafael before he goes down.
Last player
And
standing.
Hika's going to finish off Dominic. And last one standing, Coley. Is going to be taken down. Number 9. And ladies and gentlemen, what else can you expect at this point? It's heartbreaking to see FS lose like this. I really expected this to be a competitive map. But it is what it is. Enigma, yet again towards A. Another 2-man setup, and Cortez this time. He finds the first kill. 4 more to go.
You will not kill
But the
my
revival has come in almost immediately. And Cortez has been spotted out as well. The defense has been called in towards a 3 on A, 1 on B. That's all there is. And Dominic, if they do decide to go towards him, Enigma, it's going to be a problem as Rafael is going to climb in towards Tube. He's going to give out a fake. And he's going to run right back as Enigma now moving towards B. RVK is going to lead the charge for them over there. As Antidote's holding down the back lines. Takes down B2. Cortez is holding down that angle with the operator. As everybody from Enigma make their way towards the B side. There is a huge flank coming in, by the way, in the hands of Cactus. And Cactus should have been hurt by Antidote and taken care of by Rexy. Dominic with the 1 kill of this round. After what Cortez got, that had been revived, by the way. And now in this 2v4, make that a 1v4. Cortez with the operator. The best thing he can do is probably save. He listens to them coming in towards the defender side spawn. He knows one's towards his left, probably. They're gonna take out Coley, and that's gonna allow him for a kill. No, he misses a shot. Cortez connects the second, looks for the third, but RVK missing his shots of his own. There's nothing you can do. 10-1, ladies and gentlemen.
Last round before the switch.
And I feel so bad for FS. I'm pretty sure all of you do as well. It's just, there's nothing we can do. It's tournament rules. Everybody was checked and talked to. And in the end, the decision was taken that we are going to be following the rules. No changes will be made. That's exactly why FS are playing on this 4v5 right now. Yet again, towards B we go. They're switching up the play every round, Enigma. A, B, A, B. And that Recon's going to confirm a little bit of a presence, somebody towards yellow. But what they don't know is that B2 is actually inside this smoke here. They haven't spotted him out. And the judge could be deadly. Antidote goes down the first. The second, no. B2 jumps in the air. But what he doesn't know is that there's too many players right there. Rexy takes him out. 4 versus 3. Make that 4 versus 2.
Blocking sight.
And just about in a second, it's going to be 4 versus 1. Rafael, he has no idea that Cactus is upon that metallic box right next to the site. As soon as somebody goes in for the plant, that's going to be Hika. He's going to take him down. 2 versus 3, still doable. Cortez finds one. Rafael with a trade. 2v1 right now. And Cortez has a Marshall to work with. Picks up the Vandal instead.
Spike planted.
He has a weapon, but Rafael almost gets the kill.
Enemy remaining.
And he's going to confirm it. And that's going to be the end of that. Rafael looking at another player somewhere around them, but it's not going to be the case. Last round, pulls out his knives. Maybe wants a right-click kill here from far away. No, he's going to go straight up close. He wants the MVP. Looking straight at his forehead. You can see the Soa blinking and blinking and staring into Rafuel's eyes in love or death. I don't know what the hell that was. Rafuel's finest third.
Switching sides.
And his 20th of the map. $11-1. This match is pretty much done and dusted. Trust me, guys, Enigma did not want this either. They gave out their tac pause. FS gave out their tac pause. Even the tech pauses were taken by both Enigma and FS. Enigma wanted to play this in the full version of them trying to get that 5v5. But it's just unfortunate. There's nothing really we can do about it. And this should be the end. Even admins waited for a long time. But Kohli's internet is just really unstable at the moment. And there's nothing we could do. There's nothing anybody could do. B2, as he puts up that wall, he's going to go down, and Hika confirms the last, as that's going to be 12-1. And ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing left but to say GG right here. It's just unfortunate. We can see there's a little bit of banner yet again happening on the chat. As FS are telling Enigma to report their own Sova for AFK. They're having a little bit of banter kills here. Banter conversations as well. And there's nothing they can do. Everybody's standing in their own spawn except for Cactus. And Rafuel. Oh, both down really low.
Yeah.
Weird exchange of Spectre. Oh, okay. Oh, we're they walled themselves away. Oh my god. Look at this. You will never, ever see this ever again in a competitive match, ladies and gentlemen. Never in your life are you gonna see anything like this ever again. A wall up in towards defensive spawn. They're just having fun at this point, knowing what's gonna happen. 13-1. Enigma finish off the map in a manner that they did not want, in a manner that FS did not want. It's gonna be it. We're gonna be going straight back into the series highlights, ladies and gentlemen. It's just sad to see what just happened. Unfortunate. It's just that, you know, Floki and Kohli both had internet issues at the same time. I got rid of my wingman, unfortunately. And FS got done with theirs. Due to circumstances that wasn't even in their hands. But now that the series highlights are up here of all three maps, there's nothing much for me left to say except that the last match of FS has gone down in a way that they did not expect, in a way that Enigma did not expect to win this one. And that's the end. Oh boy. What more can we actually put onto this? There's no real analysis of this. The first two maps were so brilliant. First map from Enigma and FS both so tightly competed, and in the end it went down to 13-9. In the second map, 13-5, where FS put up a dominant performance, keeping things intact in terms of competitive integrity of 5v5. And that's about it. Enigma, they are going to be taking the 2 points out of this, and FS, they're going to be taking 1, so it's still not a bad day for them. They're going to get the 1 point. They're going to confirm their qualification into the playoffs for the first time in their history of the Tec Gauntlet. They are going to have 10 points on their board. Like we said earlier itself, even if FS lose this, it's not a bad thing for them. They're going to have no problem whatsoever. They qualify, and they've pulled out the bare minimum out of this series, and that's the 1 point. Yep, let's just go back to the scoreboard. Yep, map 3 scoreboard in your screens right now. And that's pretty much it. You will never see a scoreboard like this ever again. Coley with the 1 kill even before he left. A man of honor. Unfortunately, his internet was not able to keep up with him. They did their best, to be honest. They did everything they could, but as soon as it was a 4v5, Enigma had the upper hand throughout the game, and there's nothing they could do. Rawfield with 23, Rexy with 13, Hika with 13, Antidote with 10, and RVK with 9. There's nothing more I can say here, ladies and gentlemen. You've seen everything firsthand, and there it is in the overarching storyline. 13-9, 13-5, and 13-1. I really wish there would have been a 11 instead of a 1 on the other side, but it's gone down to this because that could have been the 5v5 game, 13-11. Let's move to the group standings to finish off what exactly we're going to see. FS is on the second position. They're not going to let that go. They're going to be with 10 points, so I think we really need to congratulate them for this. Even though they've lost this, they've done a great job of holding themselves up, and they're going to confirm their qualification to the playoffs of the TEC Gauntlet Season 3. Whereas Enigma, they're making their way right up to the top as well. Winning this match, putting up 8 points. They still have 2 matches to go, and they can go up to 12 themselves. And if or not that's going to happen is a question for them to answer in the games to come. For now, this is the end of our day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining. I really hope everybody's had a great day. Unfortunately, the last game wasn't up to what we would have wanted it to be. We tried to give as much time as possible. Everybody, the admins, Enigma, FS, everybody took time to let Coley somehow connect back, but his internet has just given up for the day, and it's fallen out on him. And that's going to be the end of the TEC Gauntlet Season 3 for today, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you enjoyed what you saw, and if you did, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, the notification bell icon as well, because we're going to have matches like these every single day. Not like these, but full high-octane matches where we're going to have 5v5 for sure. And not to forget, go ahead to the description, check out our sponsors deals that are provided down below, and you can get your next big upgrade and maybe participate in the next TEC season of the Gauntlet. Don't forget, the qualifiers are running right now, so register yourselves, find yourselves your groove to make your way into the top echelon of Valorant action in our region. Maybe you could be the next big thing. But for now, we hope that you've enjoyed this. You are watching the Ultragear presents TEC Gauntlet Season 3, powered by Crucial, apparel partner 656, accessories partner Cosmic, Byte, and esports partner Aimlab. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good night and happy gaming.
Let's go.